I'm that Cyclops guy. I'm pretty sure you can figure out why they call me that. Or not. You can find me on all of the socials, including Twitch, Kick, TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook, and YouTube with that_Cyclops_guy. I'm a variety streamer. I play a ton of different games, everything from Tetris to Grand Theft Auto and everything in between.
Let's do this. Hey everyone, KoimiaX here. Dad by day, gamer by night, sometime streamer, aka old man. I give the hot takes here at Garbage In, Garbage Out that nobody has asked for. I am a variety streamer that has been streaming for 13 years now. I've been on every big platform and several small ones that don't exist anymore. If you want the most recent up-to-date information about me, just follow me on Twitter at KoimiaX. I like to collect autographed Funko Pops, football jerseys, and comics.
What's up, losers? Neo-deth here, and welcome to my graveyard. I'm the third host of Garbage In, Garbage Out. We've been doing this for 3 months with all of us together. I've also been streaming the same amount of time. I stream on Twitch and then repost daily on YouTube, so go check those out. Fun little fact about me is I also love Lego. We've been having a blast doing this, communicating with fans, and also talking about gaming and entertainment news from the week.
And we would like to welcome you to
Garbage In, Garbage Out.
Really quick before we start, Angel has already jumped into our feed on my stream on Beam. So, hi, Angel. Welcome.
Angel. How's it going, Angel? Welcome.
So
we still have not done a test run on when we do that. I think next week we need to do that. Play around with that program and get it ready so we know what the hell we're doing.
Beacon X, yeah. Angel, just so you are aware, we now do actually have a Garbage In, Garbage Out Beam channel as well that show is going to. So we're everywhere.
Those that don't know, we are talking to Angel from beamstream.gg, and they are going to be a guest on the show coming up here in August, beginning of August 9th. So
yes.
make sure you check out that one.
He is the CEO of the company, and so we are excited to have him on.
Super excited.
Soon. So, but...
the power of the ask, you know.
Yeah,
hey, we shot our shot, and he said yes, which we are very grateful for.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So,
get that.
I wanted to get that in right away because we still don't have the StreamYard tied in to pull those chats in.
Do we need to talk to them?
We need to contact them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, and for anybody listening right now, I'm hoping that my computer stays on. Apparently, we have some pop-up severe thunderstorms that just decided to roll through a little before we went live. So hopefully, and the other co-hosts have actually been hearing the thunder outside my window because I'm right by the window right here. So hopefully that doesn't, you don't hear a poof, and all of a sudden I'm gone, but... if it does,
I've got the lightning behind me. He's got the thunder going on in the background there. Like you could hear it that loud where we were commenting. I was like, wow.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So how you guys doing?
Good.
We're doing a lot better than some CEOs.
Yeah. You could say that. Angel, have you been to any concerts lately?
Wow. We really had to go that route.
If you have, don't go to Coldplay, right?
They're in Madison tonight, so I was like thinking my boss and being like, hey, I know Quick Trip sponsors a lot of shit, but please tell me you're not going to the show tonight. So we'll definitely email him, Angel. I'll get on that. He says no, he's not going to any show or any concerts.
Good. I want to a CEO so that we can talk to you.
Yeah, no, it's been a pretty good week. I actually caught up on some of the newer movies that I've been missing out on. I finally got around to seeing Thunderbolts, and
what do you think of that?
I enjoyed it. He just started following our Beam channel as well.
Awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
But Thunderbolts, I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it. I'm kind of interested to see where they're going to pull off the new Avengers and how, but
right,
and then I saw Ballerina, the spin-off of John Wick.
That's right.
Yeah,
that was fantastic.
Oh,
so, there you go. Number one right off the bat.
I don't have it up and ready either.
Yep, and this week I'm actually really excited. Not today, but tomorrow I'm actually going to go see the new Superman movie.
Okay,
I've heard good to mixed things. So I'm like, nobody has said anything bad. It's just been like it's decent or it's great. So I'm excited for that one.
All right.
Oh, and fun fact, I guess after Crypto, the dog that's in the new Superman. After that movie, I guess dog adoption inquiries have actually shot up over 500%. So
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. So that's cool.
There we go.
Fantastic has been said one time.
I forgot to reset it from last time, so it was saying 4 times. I'm like, nope.
That was from
that far into the show.
That was from when we were on the Looker show.
Yep.
And DNL. Yeah.
Oh God.
I was going to ask you.
Show, I just felt like total crap.
I was going to ask you, neo-deth, did you ever figure out all the tech issues that we were having there?
That's why I wanted to get on early and have them explain it to me, so I could have it, so it was going out to everybody, so it wasn't just me. And then it didn't happen, and so I was screwing around with it that whole time in the beginning. So I missed like the whole first section, pretty much.
Yeah. Did you end up going to bed on time?
I mean, I went to bed right after that, but I got up, my normal time. It's just a shitty day.
Because I remember we got off at I want to say it was 11 our time, which would have been or was it 10 o'clock our time?
10 o'clock your time. It was 11 my time.
And you have to get up at 4.
Yes. So I took a nap when I got to work, right before I worked. And I took a nap on lunch.
Yeah, because I
may have fallen asleep a couple times, while I was working.
Luckily, you've got enough tenure there. They would say, "Hey, wake up," instead of "Hey, get out, you're fired."
So if anybody's Jeeps fail, look for the inspected by Brian sticker.
I mean, I'm doing the body, so if I'm putting all the body together, so if that's wrong, but we get stops a lot back there, so I'll just shut my eyes for a minute, and then the machines will start up again, and then away we go.
So
nice.
Well, I mean, at least you were able to get a little caught up on sleep, but
yeah. That's why I took Tuesday off. I didn't stream at all. I just edited some videos, got those done, and I went to bed kind of early. Just
Oh, I mean, I was streaming the other day, but had some issues myself with.
Yes, and I didn't realize your Friday one was going to be the one where you had your special guest and everything, or I would have.
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, it was just a spur of the moment thing, but
I wanted to watch it and see how it goes. But if you had all those problems, then
well, I mean, it was going fine for the first hour, and then the computer just shut off on its own.
And you said because you put up a second camera on there, and it was maybe pulling too much from the CPU.
That's my guess, because the only things that I did,
your subconscious,
my subconscious dream came up with, yes, because I literally the only 2 things that I did different that day before I streamed was I updated OBS, and I had a second camera running, so that my son could be on camera as well as when I was on. That's the only things. And then I went on the OBS Reddit, and I posted some questions and stuff. And one person's like, "Oh, if you run the reliability or reliable blah 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 under your taskbar on control panel, it should tell you what your issues were." So I ran that report, and the report literally said 2 things: OBS stopped working, Windows closed unexpectedly. I could have fucking told you that. But I don't know. I don't know if it was the OBS update or if it was because I was running a second camera and using, an app to do the background removal and all of that, and just the extra.
Were you doing the background removal on both cameras?
Yes, but it's two different apps. I'm using NVIDIA Broadcast with the camera that I'm using now, and then the second camera I was using some rinky-dink app that I downloaded. And
okay.
But
still, like that's a lot of processing power.
That's exactly what I'm thinking, and so maybe it overheated and just shut down.
I think it overheated your GPU.
Yep.
And then it's like, oh, gotta restart.
Which is crazy because it's not a bad GPU. I'm running an RTX 3070, and so it's not a bad GPU. But apparently, that second camera just decided to shit.
Like I said, you can't specifically pinpoint it down until you try it again, right, and see if it does it again.
I'm gonna have to do two streams. I'm gonna do one with just one camera and then one with two cameras, and
scientifically, pinpoint what it was. And you said you might stream tonight to give it a try.
Yeah, I might.
Cool.
Yeah, because it's like the first part of the stream with my son, it was a little over an hour, and it shut down. And then after, I rebooted my computer and got everything back up and running and everything, we started the stream back up, because when it shut down, my PlayStation was still on. So we just literally stopped playing the game and left it right where we were at. So that when I brought everything, so then when I brought everything back up, we picked up, we went going again and went for about another 45 minutes and then just turned off again. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm done. I said to myself, we're going to finish this level. I said, you wanted to be a YouTuber? You're getting the full goddamn experience today.
Right. These are the typical difficulties you have problems with.
Yeah, so
mine's always sound. I'm always having a problem with getting sound and getting my.
It was a big one too. Mic. Everybody's not my mic, but my PlayStation. Everybody's like, "Your game is so quiet. Your game is so quiet." And I'm like, "Well, see, I can't win because it's either too quiet or everybody's like, I can't hear you. The game's too loud."
Right.
I have no in between.
Right. I have noticed, from doing the PS5 is like, different games obviously have different sounds. So like when I play Chronicles of the Wolf, I have to bring that way down because that game is just cranking on the music, and it doesn't have any in-game options to play with them. So I have to do it in my OBS, bring it down, and then I have to remember, when I go to a new game, that I changed my OBS settings for that sound.
Yeah,
which actually could be why yesterday when I was trying to play Shadow Labyrinth, the sound was down. I might not have put it back up. That could be why. So, Cyclops, do you have any funny things that happened to you this week?
Not really. Just stressful week.
You had all wins. Yay!
Well,
somebody has to get them.
Just a stressful week at work. I've been playing Indiana Jones. I know I told you a couple of days ago when you were streaming, I didn't stream that one day just because I was so exhausted. Been having a lot of fun with that. Didn't have anything too terrible happen, but yeah, it's been pretty good, decent.
Well, that's good.
A lot of rain here this week.
Right. Yeah, it seems like this whole week there's been a lot of. I heard next week we're supposed to get back into super high temperatures again.
Yeah, we were told. I guess we're gonna have at least 3 to 4 days in the heat advisory or the heat warning. So I'm like, oh great, yep. So we're going back to that.
Yeah,
we've had a bunch of storms rolling through lately too, and the other day we had 6, I think, confirmed tornadoes in Wisconsin.
Wow.
That's maybe 5, but it's weird because they were all either north of us or south of us. They've been going around us. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm glad. I don't want to deal with that shit, but
right.
But yeah, they had 5 confirmed the other day.
Yeah, we haven't had any tornado stuff. We've just had sporadic storms that have just popped up. And on YouTube, I watch a guy named Ryan Hall, y'all. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him. But yeah, he actually seems to be able to pinpoint what the weather's going to do better than your local weather forecast people. So I don't know how he does it, but he seems to.
Okay.
He can say, I can tell it's going to open up in this field right here, and where your local people are sitting there going like, oh, it's going to be somewhere in this county, and he's like, this field right here within probably a 2-mile radius, and he can pin it. So I watch him a lot, and he was actually saying that the
witch doctor or
maybe, but yeah, he was saying that he was just saying that the summertime storms are a lot harder to predict because the atmosphere is just so sporadic, and it just pops up here and then over here and then over here, and then guess what? It's gone.
Right. And I know like Chicago Island area and like Texas, they got all this flooding all of a sudden. Like it just all of a sudden like just opened up. So it's definitely been weird.
Weird, but it's the weather. We can't really do too much about it.
Right.
Unless you believe those conspiracy theorists who say the government controls the weather, which we all know is not true.
I mean, if they could, they would somehow monetize it or weaponize it. One of the two.
We're going to attack this base at this time. Make sure to send a monsoon right before,
Mm-hmm. Those are the two ways that the government would get it.
Mm-hmm. I knew a guy that truly believed that like hurricanes were done by the government, but it wasn't like the American government. It was like this secret society, almost like the Illuminati, were deciding what the weather was going to do and what populations were going to get hit. And I'm just like, dude, you realize what you sound like, right?
All right. Looks like we got the looker in here. Yo, hey, how goes it, my dudes? I can't get the gravelly voice like he does it. I mean, I could because I was doing that voice acting from the game I was just playing, but I don't think he sounds kind of like that. That's a little too low.
How is that Labyrinth game?
Oh, it is fan-fucking-tastic. I will use that word.
I watched you.
There you go.
I watched you play it the other day, and I was just like, this is that dark Pac-Man game.
Yes. Yeah. And you would not expect it the way it works out, and just the mystery behind it, the graphics are great.
Interesting about the game as well. It kind of ruined part of the game for me, so I'm like, should I tell Neo this or not?
Oh, no.
Don't spoil.
I won't. But yeah.
You mean Mario jumps in there? Wow. No. I mean, I've made a comment. There's a buzzsaw like thing that looks like a hedgehog. So I said, hey, there's Sonic.
Yeah, I got to the first ghost boss.
G-host,
yeah, ghost. Yeah. I got to the first ghost boss. And
I think I'm now in my 4th biome.
Okay.
I believe. I just got there because I played a little this morning.
Yeah. It's a good game.
Yeah, I said it on my thing that it's probably the best Metroidvania game I've seen in a while. It's so polished.
Yes.
on which platform? Streaming? Yes. Should be.
I'm pretty sure. I mean,
your beam's up because you had the CEO in there.
Yeah, and I mean, I see the bots in my Beam Uni chat. I see the bots from my other channels.
Okay.
So yes, I'm streaming.
I know we're all shocked that he's streaming, but
that I was streaming yesterday. You missed it yesterday, Looker. I was streaming yesterday. Streaming, like my own personal thing, not this show. So,
but yeah, like I was saying, that's probably the best Metroidvania I've played in a long time, Shadow Labyrinth. And I'm only like, what was that?
Did you play Ghost Song?
Ghost Song. Is that the one where you're like a little girl?
No.
Okay. Ghost Song.
I don't know if you, because I saw it on Game Pass, but I know it is on PlayStation.
Bring it up in screen, and I'll tell you if it is. Because no, I'm thinking of it was like Endless something, and it was a Metroidvania, but it had the Souls fucking thing in there. So the
Yep, I know
bosses
what you're
were
talking about.
insanely fucking hard and annoying. I got through a little bit of it, and then I said, "Nope, I'm done with this."
Yeah, Looker just found me on Beam.
Yay!
But I was gonna say, yeah, Looker, I'm on a bunch of things right now.
I mean, you got the Chronicles of the Wolf, which is, it's decent. It's basically a Castlevania. And one of my viewers, Vegas, told me that same company did make two Castlevania games, and they were put out on the Windows. So if you like that type of game, go check those out. I forget what they were called. It was like Legacy of something, I think. But just look up that company that does Chronicles of the Wolf, and that's the company that did those two. And they also told me about The Last Faith, which is supposed to be pretty good, I guess. And then, this one's not a Metroidvania, but Killer Frequency are the two. Those are the two games they told me about that I should go play. No. But I think The Last Faith is a Metroidvania, but I think it has some Souls like feels to it.
This is the cover art for Ghost Song.
Yes, I was playing that on the my Switch, my original Switch.
Okay.
I believe I was playing it handheld, and I was like, yeah. I was on a trip, so it was like, just game to play.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't dig into it super hard.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, I'm completely enjoying Shadow Labyrinth.
That looked like one I'm definitely going to have to play. At least from what I saw, was able to see on your streams.
Yeah.
Shadow Labyrinth is fun, yeah. I like I said, I just started it. I've been grinding out Diablo 4 because I was that one trophy away from the Platinum Trophy, which I did get. Finally.
Congratulations!
Yeah!
That's a huge feat, especially that one. You had to go from all the way up to 200 Paragon.
Yeah, I had to basically roll a brand new character on the seasonal server and grind it to 200 Paragon. So first you have to get your normal 60.
Was it repetitive as fuck? Or
Jesus, my best friend suggested, he's like, just go run the pit. He's like, run the pit tier level 30s. He goes, turn off your mind. If you got Spotify, put that on, an audiobook, whatever. So, with the PS5 having the Spotify app, I just opened up my Spotify, had a bunch of playlists loaded up, and I just ground that bitch out.
But that trick did work?
Yeah, I mean, it took a long time, don't get me wrong, but because, I mean, like I said, you have to first go from level 0 to 60, and then once you hit 60, you go from 1 to 200 on the Paragon. But yeah, it did work.
But you didn't get any groups? It was all solo?
It was all solo.
Okay. What is your time frame you think it took you to go from 1 to a 200?
Couple of days, but I mean, I played every night for 3 or 4 hours.
I would constantly see you on. I'm like, oh, there he's played it.
Yeah. So no.
So now that you've gotten that, is it like, okay, we can wipe our hands of that one, and I'm not playing that game again?
So I was all set to do that, and then my oldest one goes, "What about the DLC trophies?" I'm like, you son of a bitch. It's like one of them is get to Paragon 300. So I'm like, God damn it. So because initially I was going to be like, all right, I'm done. Delete this game off my fucking hard drive. I don't want to see it for a while. And then he's like, yeah, but Dad, what about the DLC? I'm like,
that's where you say, go to your room. Get out of here.
What about the DLC? So I don't know. you'll probably see me on it
I
again.
don't feel DLC counts because it doesn't give you like another plat. Yeah, you don't 100% it doesn't 100% the whole game though, right? If you have the DLC on there.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, you
It's
have to have
like,
the whole thing, and then it says 100%
Yeah,
everything.
exactly. Yeah, I'm sitting at like
okay.
88% now because of that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I could live with that. After doing that huge grind, I don't know. I mean, or like, I guess now would be the time because you can get to 300 now, right?
oh yeah, on any of
So
my
now would be
characters, I
the
have
time,
200.
so you don't have to re-grind a character.
Yeah. No, I got two that are at like 209, and then my one that's at 200. So,
and this is the
but-
second time you had to get this trophy, right? The
Yeah.
first one didn't pop for whatever
it
reason.
didn't pop for me. Yeah, so it's like I literally had. So it was funny because I had one character at 209. And then I had a second character on that same. It was on the Eternal server, not the seasonal server. And I had a second character that was at level 52. And then once you hit 52, you get the Paragon points, kind of like they did in 3, where any Paragon points you already had unlocked automatically go to your new character.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, I wonder if I get this character to 60, if it'll just automatically pop, because he was at 52. So I quickly ground out those 8 levels, and no, it didn't pop. So then I went back to my other character that I was working on, and the second that I hit 200, bing, got that trophy, and then bing, got the platinum trophy. So
nice, congratulations. What do we got in here? We got Mr. Potcher. Welcome to the show. That is a new follower I got a couple days ago. I raided into them and was watching some Magic with them play. So thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna mute Cyclops while he's gone. Oh, right as he comes back.
Right as he comes back. Surprise! He's like, "You're not doing shit."
I just had to go take some medication real quick. So
let's mute him anyway. See how long he notices.
Right.
So is that you just moving your mic?
No, that's actually the thunder happening right outside here.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I just heard that one.
You want me to keep my hands here? You can actually see it's not me.
I do want to, since we're already talking about new games, I was going to bring up also the new Donkey Kong came out, Donkey Kong Bananza, and I do have it. I did play it day one. I got through the first level, I guess you would call it. They call them layers, but it's in.
I get it.
Like, there's like layers, and then there's like sub layers in that. So there's 3 layers in that layer. So you go through 3 different ones, and each one has its own like objectives and bananas and all that. But oh my God, is that game satisfying? Destroying everything you want. Like the first tutorial, the first island you get to, I spent 2 hours there just destroying shit just because I could, and looking for things, and whatever the case may be, getting used to the controls, and it was just so satisfying. Like, Nintendo knows how to make a game, right? So they redeemed themselves by dropping the ball and not having as a first party thing, and then then you play the game, you're like, oh, all is forgiven, Nintendo. I'll see you in a couple hours or couple days while I knock this one out.
Yeah, and I saw you posted something about somebody left a review saying like it was too violent for kids or something like that. And I was like, wait, what? It's a Donkey Kong.
It said something about when you start the game.
The sexuality or something? Yeah. I saw that. It me up.
It's got to be like the first like animatic, I'm guessing, because I got back on the Switch and I looked and I'm like, I didn't see that, so it's got to be that first part. I mean, when you finally get this, Kong Bananza is what they call it. You turn into a bigger ape, and that bigger ape, he's got a booty on him. So I mean, there's that, but I mean, I don't know what else it would be.
Yeah.
Or it was probably somebody just being a troll and
Yeah, I think they
know.
were just review buying it. No one tell them about N64 DK scenes.
For real.
And then we also got Gypsy Crow saying, "Hi, Adam.
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going? Welcome to the show. Thank you very much for stopping by." But yeah, I was having so much fun in that game. Like, I almost wanted to, because I know I set up that I was going to do Donkey Kong Thursday, and then I was going to do the new Shadow Labs when it first came on Friday. And I went to go, get up Shadow Labs, and I'm like, I want to play Donkey Kong. I don't want to go to this other game. And then I'm like, okay, I'll just play 2 hours of Shadow Labyrinth, and then I'll go back to Donkey Kong. And you see what happened there. I played for 6 hours of Shadow Labs. I'm like, oh, well, this game's super fun. So now my head's at war. It's like, oh, what game do we want to play? So, like,
You want to have super fun, or do you want to have super fun?
Right. And then so, like, today I'm like, wife's asleep. I'm gonna get on stream. I'm like, I'm gonna do Shadow Labs, and then I'm gonna do some more Donkey Kong. And nope, I just played Shadow Labs.
Yeah, I don't think I even saw you play Donkey Kong on stream.
No,
I saw you when
I did it on Thursday. Yeah.
Okay.
When I was working,
went for 7 hours of playing it.
Yeah, I remember when I was watching you, you were having trouble during the scene where he's like climbing on the gate or whatever.
Trying to get up to the climbing on it? You mean underneath the island?
You have to like drop at certain points, and it was like the camera was not working with you or whatever. And I was just like, wait, so does this game have camera problems?
I was doing that wrong. You have to fill up the water higher, and then you can just jump and grab onto it. I was trying to do some convoluted way of, dropping down onto it, trying to be all sneaky, and nope, that's not how you do that.
Especially with us older gamers, we think things need to be as complicated as possible because that's the games that we grew up with. Now it's like,
right,
by the way, you just
really
do this
think on some of those old games, like how to get to certain places and whatnot. So I'm like, oh, you just have to get on the side and then you just drop down and walk down. And nope, you just have to fill up the water and just jump. That was it.
That's usually like I'm sitting here doing my streams like, okay, am I missing something? And I've actually had people go like, the lever's off to the left. I'm like, God damn it. As I sat there for
you're
20 minutes.
Overcomplicating it. Like, I have to go here and do this and that. And you just press the button.
So, should we actually start the show now?
Yeah, half hour into it, yeah.
Should we
yeah, I mean, we went off a tangent on some of the new games. That's fine. Get the reviews out of the way, and
I started it initially by talking about Angel, and then we went off and did things here.
I know the perfect way to
coming back. Hey guys, and then sorry, been following Adam for ages, but we are different time zones, and I miss his streams. It's Phoenix.
Hey Phoenix. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a long time. Yeah, he's I forget, but he's like 6 time zones away, almost 4 or 5.
So kind of like Dark Flame, she's over across the pond, as they say it.
Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's good to see you again. But yeah, I know the perfect way to do this. Not sure why I didn't play the whole thing, but we'll just go with it. But yeah, my screen's showing, right?
Yeah.
Not yet. So we are going to do the deaths like we usually do. A somber time to pay respects to some of our fallen entertainers. And as always, damn it, we didn't get Trump this time. Next time, we're coming for you. Or death's coming for you, I should say.
Or the Grim Reaper, we aren't. let's make that clear.
Right. But technically, I am the Grim Reaper. Well, that's not what I wanted. Shenanigans comes in and says, dang it. Yeah.
Hey, Shenanigans. I think I've talked to Shenanigans a few times on your streams.
Yeah.
She's been in my stream. And And then nice to meet you, Koimia. And I'm guessing that's and Neo, not Mad Neo, but we're all a little mad here, aren't we?
At me?
So,
Yeah.
alrighty.
Oh, really?
We can bring it on screen now.
Hey, I actually showed up to this thing on time today. So,
Yeah, you were actually early, really early.
That's
I was popping in, and I'm like, I'll just sit here. And I saw you in here. I was like, the fuck?
the ADHD thing is either we are late for our appointments or we are incredibly early. There is no in between. It's all or nothing. So,
I was actually the last
comes in
one.
with the emoji.
But yeah, this is Spinal Tap. Actor David Kaff passed away at the age of 89, died peacefully in his sleep. If you don't remember, This is Spinal Tap was a movie about 41 years ago, so back in the 80s, that pretty much revolutionized a lot of like music movies, movies that are about music bands. I don't think that was on a real band, but
no, it was a mockumentary.
Yeah,
they called it.
Yeah, so kind of, but they really pushed the envelope with what they were doing with that kind of movie back at the time. I mean, you think about it now, you have like all kinds of found footage, but I think movies like this were what really kind of paved the way for that kind of thing.
For sure.
Great movie. I mean, solid casting all around. I mean, you had Hank Azaria and, Michael McKean, I think his name is, if I'm saying it right. And, so.
Yep. And this actor, his character had some of the more memorable, some memorable lines in the movie, such as "quite exciting, this computer magic" and "have a good time all the time."
Mm-hmm.
I've heard those.
Ours goes to 11. That's the most famous. I think I know that, or where they're trying to find the stage, and they're like, "Hello, Cleveland," or whatever, and they can't find the stage.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and watch that movie again.
Yep, and as it says here, it was a fictional band. Kaff and the others played some live shows through the first year of the movie's release. Basically, they were acting as the fictional band, kind of like how the Wonders went around and they did that thing you do, even though the Wonders weren't a real band. Even performing on Saturday Night Live, but then Kaff and the band by year's end never looked back, cutting all ties. Unfortunately, Kaff was 79 years old.
Weren't they going to do a sequel, or aren't they doing a sequel to it?
I think it had been talked about, but
they posted a pretty funny thing on Facebook about the whole CEO shit.
Yeah, which we're going to talk about in just a minute. But yeah,
okay, yeah. Hold that thought. Put a pin in that.
And then we have one other death here.
One sec. We've got Gypsy that came back in. Sorry, autocorrect is a pain. I wasn't calling you mad, but yeah, you're right. We all are a bit mad. Yes. And then solid Hatter reference. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right.
All right, yep. And then iconic singer Connie Francis died. She sang the song Pretty Little Baby. She died at the age of 87.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That song was all of a sudden was taking off, I guess, on TikTok. It's a pretty big one on TikTok. It's kind of sad. I read the article a little bit. She was having pelvic pain and was in the hospital and then was diagnosed with pneumonia and then passed. Oh crap.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, she was up there in age, but at the same time, it's like to just go that quickly, it's gotta,
Right. You're in there for kind of renewing can't think of the word routine things, and you end up passing.
Yeah, she was 87. She was a musician with hits that included Stupid Cupid and Who's Sorry Now, but recently enjoyed, resurgence of her 1962 song Pretty Little Baby with the viral which went viral on TikTok. Yep.
Scroll up a little bit. Wasn't she also one of the biggest female singers? Scroll up a little more. At one time, the world's biggest selling female artist.
Yes. I think Beyonce has taken that on now, but yeah, she was for a long time.
I mean, for the longest time.
Mm-hmm. For the longest time. I know that's not her. But
That's not her.
But yeah, so unfortunately, we lost two of the greats. And as we do every time here, we do have to just say thank you for all of the entertainment you've given us. Thank you for everything that you did, and controllers up for you. Wow. neo-deth actually has a controller.
Yeah, the Switch 2 is actually plugged in and everything. So I'm using the 8-bit Do Pro 2, which we will have a story about the next one coming soon.
Yep.
Hold on right there, and we will get to that one.
So for anybody that doesn't know, he usually sits there and shows off and goes like, holds up his Switch 2 as his controller's up for somebody.
There,
see, there you go.
La la la. Mr. Flex.
Yep. And now sorry, go ahead.
I know a lot of people that have recently got them. I think, because Donkey Kong's out, they're like, oh, I want to play that game. So I've heard of like two people that are like, oh, I've got one coming. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Donkey Kong would be the reason why I would consider buying one right now.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's pretty much the biggest reason to get a Switch 2 besides the new Mario Kart.
I mean, even the Mario Kart was kind of like, meh. I was just like, I'm going to get it in the bundle because it's $30 off.
Yeah.
I love Mario Kart. I know a lot of people do, but yeah, Donkey Kong is the biggest reason to get one. No disrespect to the other games, but Donkey Kong.
I mean, that is the first party title that should have released it. I said it when I was streaming. Like, that should have been your release title. That should have been your bundle. And you would have been sold out across the fucking board. You would not be able to find one right now.
They put, that should have been a bundle game.
If they could have done a bundle with Mario Kart and Donkey Kong, boom.
Yeah, that would be an expensive bundle, though.
Right, it'd be expensive. I mean, you could even theme it. You could have had it, you get a yellow Switch or something. They've done that before, with the Mario ones. But I mean, it's their loss, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe now the sales will peak.
Don't worry, I'm sure a themed Switch will be in the future.
Right. They always like to wait when they do those theme switches. Like, they don't like to do them when they first come out. Like, it'll be, a couple years down the line. I guess sales are starting to slump. They're like, let's release a new Mario and give it a themed switch so it's all red.
Oh, yeah.
Will go nuts because it's a special edition. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing that's what they do.
Yeah, and then from one death to another kind of death, kind of what we hinted at earlier today. Oh, wait, this is not. There we go.
We do have a couple more comments while you're doing that. We have come a long way, Adam. Real respect for that, my brother.
Yep,
from
we really have.
And then Shenanigans gotta get people to buy too. Yeah,
and then also
for the special editions.
I can't pull it up because Beam obviously does not work with StreamYard, but the Garbage In, Garbage Out channel did just get a follow from J. Philip Skinner. So
nice. They also followed me also, so thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Nice. So,
and then like I was saying, from one death to another, we have the death of a CEO, but not quite a real death, but just more the death of some careers and some marriages here. I'm sorry. Yeah, canoodling Coldplay couple. They alleged office lovers. They've both been put on leave as their formal probe kicks off.
So,
I think there was
what I found interesting is I saw floating around a comment from the CEO about the whole situation, but then I read another article where the company put out that says he has not commented on the situation, and anything you read otherwise is false.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, so did somebody just go into ChatGPT and say, hey, here's the comment from this guy,
So,
right.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I said, Getting back to the bringing up Spinal Tap and the tie-in on this really quick, on their Facebook page, yesterday, they wrote, "To the spouses who found out they were being cheated on via the Coldplay Jumbotron, sorry to hear that. Come see Spinal Tap. We promise no Jumbotrons, just ear damage and emotional closure."
Very nice.
This, I don't know why this story has made me laugh so hard, but look at this update. Astronomer posted on their X account that the interim CEO has been assigned amid Andy Byron's leave. So they've got somebody acting in his place, but that's not uncommon.
Yeah, they're the ones that said that he had not put a comment out.
So yeah, for those who are not in the know here, you see this picture here. This is the lead singer of Coldplay. These two were seen at a Coldplay concert. They were, as you can see, he's got his arms around her. They almost look like their husband and wife, and they put them up on the kiss cam. And he actually says, "Oh, look at these two right here." And I don't know if they actually have the video on here, but you can actually see that they get really embarrassed. Whoa, crap! That was loud.
We didn't hear that, but yeah, that's just an ad. Go ahead.
See, I don't know if you can.
We can skip it. Get out of here, ad.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Talking, isn't it?
Yeah. So you see right here.
Go back a little bit more. There we go. Right there.
Right there.
Yeah, if they hadn't acted like that, it wouldn't have been so obvious. I've heard that too. Like if they had just waved or whatever, because you're on camera, so
Right.
I mean, but they both get that look on their face. She turns around like she's trying to hide her face like a child would. Like, no, you can't see me, And he ducks, and it's like, okay, if they hadn't acted like that, well, and then Chris Martin, the lead singer of Coldplay, actually said they're either having an affair or just very shy. And it's like, if you hadn't acted like that, everyone would have just moved on.
Right.
But yeah, so now, and it turns out that, so he's the CEO of Astronomer, which is a big tech company, and she's the head of HR.
Right.
So she should know the ins and outs of the do's and don'ts of the office relationship.
The don'ts, yeah. Don't
do's and
CEO.
don't. And then, I don't know if they show it here. Hey, look, this woman here who's got her hand, it turns out, I guess she actually went with the three of them, or with the two of them, and knew what was going on. So now she's embarrassed too.
Oh, I didn't know what that person was doing.
Yep. She actually went there, and that's why you can see she's actually like talking to her right there and telling her like not to say anything or whatever she's doing there. And he ducks, and it's like, okay, the three of them are in on this. So I'm like, okay, was the whole office in on this? And I feel bad for the spouse. I guess the HR woman is recently divorced, but the guy was still married, or is still married, but probably not for much longer.
I mean, probably not for much longer.
She already filed for divorce and even has deleted all her socials, from what I've read. I
mean, yeah, because she's going to take, become under fire or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Shenanigans comes back here and says she actually recently got promoted.
Yeah, it was like the last December, and they put out a thing like where he basically gushed over her new role, saying like how great of an employee she was. And I'm like, I think I know how she got that role now.
Right? Kind of convenient, right? If
it was like December, she got promoted to head of HR. But I would say controller's up. No, controller's up for the wife that is being screwed over, who found out her husband was cheating when the rest of the world did. That's got to be the worst, though. The worst part about it.
Yeah, if they had just played it off and not reacted how they did, they would have been another boring white couple, right? It would have been nothing. I also saw some AI generated stuff where it showed that picture and then it took him and he then throws her and then walks off some bleachers. I mean, the memes for this have been hilarious. That's why we kind of brought it up. It's in the zeitgeist now. It's like the Hawk 2 girl.
I don't think these guys
talking about it. Everybody's memeing about it, and then the memes have been giving me life. Like we've got some that we're going to show here that I think are the funnier ones, or that we like.
I did see one AI one that I sent you guys this morning, where the guy was like, how dare you catch me cheating without my consent? I'm suing.
Right.
I'd have to say my favorite AI one that I saw was with Gordon Ramsay. He comes in and puts his arm around the guy's shoulder and starts yelling at him, and it's hilarious.
I've seen that one.
So
she's gonna have to pull herself into her own office on Monday.
I'll be surprised if they have careers at the end of this.
I just saw an article. The CEO already resigned. He officially did announce accept the resignment.
I mean, you pretty much have to. I mean. Even though,
what is he going to say? It wasn't me.
Right.
I mean, it worked for Shaggy.
It wasn't me, but I caught her on the counter.
He's never had good sense. So,
when I first heard that song, I didn't realize it was a guy singing. It's like I knew that Shaggy part, but the other guy that sings that with him, I was like, I thought that was a girl to begin with.
So did I.
But, we all did.
So, no random order here. We've got some of the memes that I think are funny. I mean, I'm always going to go with Lego, right? My first affair.
I love how this singer is just right off to the right there going like, oh my God. I mean, these guys made Coldplay cool again. How does that happen,
I mean, that's another one of my memes is seriously though. Yeah, it's funny because it's a CEO, but what about when it's you? What happens when all your friends and family find out you like Coldplay? I thought that was hilarious. I'm a big Disney person, so you got Donald and Minnie.
Yep. Oh man.
I know Cyclops, you like this one?
Yeah, this is a reference.
Want to know how I know you're gay? You have affairs while singing Coldplay, which brings back Knocked Up, the old Knocked Up thing. We had to look it up.
I honestly thought this was from the 40-Year-Old Virgin because the two of them are in so many movies together,
Right.
And I was like, I swear that was 40-Year-Old Virgin, but no, that was from Knocked Up, and this was actually a deleted scene, an extended scene that just went on and on and on, and it on the internet it took
some
over.
Some of them in there. They put them in there, and it was just really funny. Koimia, I know you like this one. Every summer, fate chooses a CEO for the sacrifice. That's the ritual.
We don't make the rules. We just have to watch them be followed by the universe.
The breaks.
And then the last one here: chances of your marriage and careers being destroyed at a Coldplay chance are extremely low, but never zero.
There is one more.
All right. And then to finish them off, rest here, weary traveler. You've seen too many Coldplay kiss cam memes.
This is like you said with the Hawk Tua girl. I think this is one where you have to get your jokes in within the first week, or it becomes
it becomes it's no longer the zeitgeist. We've moved on to whatever new thing we're making fun of is or whatever. So,
well, unlike the Hawk Tua girl, I don't know if these guys are going to start a cryptocurrency scam and totally rip people off and then disappear. Like she did.
That would happen to her. I thought she was doing good things though.
She was until she started this cryptocurrency program, and then she got a lot of people to invest, and within I want to say 12 hours of it launching, the whole thing crashed, and then she just deleted all of her social medias and nobody's heard from her.
Oh shit, I didn't hear that part. You mean our president, now president, did that shit too. As soon as he was about to take office, he started up a new thing, and let's not get started on that.
We try not to be a political show, but we can't help it sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes I just get pissed off. And I need a place to rent, and here's a good place.
We should do like a new segment, like Neo's rant, neo-deth's rant.
I mean, I've already got the other segment that I do. But yeah, so I mean, you have to strike with the irons hot with that kind of stuff, or it just doesn't make sense. If we had done this next week, would make no sense. No one would care.
Oh, everyone would be like, "Oh yeah, didn't that happen like 2 months ago?"
Right? Wasn't that like a year ago or something? It was last week.
So,
Shenanigans comes in. Isn't that just every stream though? Yeah, you're on my platform. You listen to what I have to say.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I just always thought, I don't know why, a lot of those zeitgeist things don't always grab my attention, or they do for just a little bit, but I don't know why, but It's just something about watching somebody who's committing infidelity get their comeuppance.
Someone's life just completely got destroyed because he went to that Coldplay concert with his side piece, and now he's lost his job, now lost his wife, probably gonna lose his mistress too. What do you put on your resume for that one?
Why I left my job.
Right.
Why did I lose my job? Coldplay. Oh, I love it. All right, Koimia, you got any comments on that?
No.
All right. Yeah, so the next story that we had brought up here, that's one that I thought is kind of funny, just the way that this is worded and how this is all played out. 5 years after it was announced, Ubisoft says that the Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake is coming very soon. I remember when they first announced it, and it was supposed to be like released January of 2020 or something like that.
Right.
And they were announcing it like 8 months prior. It's like they had to restart all of development. I'm like, this is 5 years later.
It's a remake again. Like,
how do you fuck up a remake?
What was that?
Huh?
It'll be for the next Elder Scrolls.
Maybe. We still haven't had the game conference or nothing, so it could still pop up there.
I highly doubt Elder Scrolls is going to squeak out this year.
Probably not. I think they'd be freaking out about it already.
What was it, 8 years ago? I mean, this 5 years is like, laughing at that 8 years announcement.
And yeah, it says here, to be fair,
get on my level.
In between the remake's announcement in 2020 and now was a complete development reboot in 2023. That has never been officially explained. Still, with a 2026 release window, 6 years, a long time to make a game that already exists. Ubisoft gave a vague tease of the remake's release timing during the Q&A portion of a recent annual general meeting for investors. And this actually, so we're reading this off of Games Radar, but they got it off of PC Gamer, basically saying that it's coming very soon. Is all this really amounts to. But as of Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, Ubisoft assures fans in June that the game was alive and well, despite the relative silence from the studio. We're still deep in the game, exploring, budding, and ensuring the sands move with purpose. Ubisoft said at the time. So hopefully we actually get this. I was a big fan of the original. I don't know about you guys, but I was a big fan of the original.
Well, yeah, Gypsy comes in there. Hell yeah, I love Prince of Persia on the GameCube, and that's the one I remember. That was the first remaster, right? If you want to know how to mess up a remake, ask Grove Street Games. Okay.
Grove Street Games. That was the ones that did the remasters for Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City.
Oh,
and,
okay.
And San Andreas. And that was a giant shit show when that released.
Yes, it was. But yeah, like why are we making another remaster of this game? Why are we not making a sequel or...
Well, like Junior said a couple of weeks ago, like there's so many, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis, PS1, and PS2 games that are ripe for remakes and remasters. Why are we doing this when it just released, 10, 15 years ago? And you've already had a remaster of it?
That is quite a while. And we were saying before, stick of the games that are, newer games like, Gears
The Last
of War.
of Us.
Yeah, Last of Us that are getting remasters when you could go. So it is an older game. And yeah, I remember playing it on the GameCube. And that was actually really fun on the GameCube. But I maybe they're trying
days.
to.
I played it on the PC original version.
So maybe they're trying to get the youngins back into Prince of Persia, make them relevant again.
It seems like when they try to do these remasters, it's because they're trying to see if there's still interest in the franchise to keep moving forward with it.
Right. Or either that, or I don't know if it's like Marvel movies. When a studio has the rights to it, they have to keep making a movie. That's why we got like 3 different Fantastic Fours and all the, X-Men movies, because they had to keep the rights. They had to put something out with it, or they would lose the rights. It would go back to Marvel. I mean, it doesn't matter now because now they bought them, but maybe it's the same thing with video games. I don't know. Maybe the studio just needs to put something out. Shenanigans comes in here. I remember playing Sands of Time on my freaking Nokia.
Yeah.
N-Gage. Wasn't that handheld system, the N-Gage?
Oh, wow. You are really reaching back there. But yeah. But yeah, I remember when the remake for what did he say here? Final Fantasy Rebirth and Final Fantasy VII.
Final Fantasy Rebirth is really good. Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, but I remember when People Can Fly, the studio that worked with Xbox a lot, they put out a remake of a game called Bulletstorm, and Bulletstorm was one of those that it played a lot like an insane Gears of War.
Mm-hmm.
Like not just super action, but it was like super comedy. The way that you got extra points for how brutal you could make the kill, but the kills were so outrageous and out there that they were just hilarious. Then they did a remake of that.
Didn't they add
Duke Nukem?
Was it Duke Nukem to the remaster? Yeah,
they added, and from one of the people there said that they were trying to see if there was still interest in the franchise because they hadn't done the sequel that was promised. And they were trying to see how well the remaster sold, and I don't think it sold enough that they could justify it. So it's forever going to end on a to be continued. Just like the show My Name is Earl. Always ends on a to be continued, and you never get...
I never watched the final one of that. I just watched, a couple of the first seasons, and then, lost
That show's awesome! How did you not watch that?
I mean, I liked it from what I saw, but yeah,
and you call yourself a Kevin Smith fan. Not even watching one of his best friends. No, I'm just playing, but no, but yeah. So I know that's a lot of times why they do the remakes to see if there's interest to keep going. Like Alan Wake put out a remake right before they did the second game,
right?
And that's because
that second one had to be already in development. It's not like, we made this remake and now 3 years later they're going to do that.
Right.
Maybe they had ideas to do Alan Wake 2 and then they wanted to just get people caught up because they
probably wanted to get
people, 13 years.
They wanted to get them caught up and remembering what was going on and better graphics and everything, because you said that one came out right during Red Dead 1, right, or 2? Went up against one of those?
Yeah, the first one came out like the same day as Red Dead 1. Red Dead Redemption.
So now that you're trying to get the people, back interested in wanting to play the second one, so yeah, you bring that out.
So
you got Gypsy Crow. I had the Nokia Ngage. I had Tomb Raider on it.
Back when Laura had those huge breasts that were like all pointy and weird looking.
Put your eyes out if you try to do anything with them.
Put my what?
Then again comes back a mobile phone. Just did it in Java, like early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
So that had to have been around before the remake for the GameCube, right?
Well, I mean, the N-Gage was also a phone, if I remember correctly. I just remember because it was a weird-ass fucking taco-shaped
I don't even remember
thing.
that one.
You don't? Oh, here, I'll pull it up.
Okay.
Let me
Yep.
pull it up.
And Neo, because you mentioned put your eye out, I got to do it.
That was a wink, but you don't know it because it's just an eye.
You put one on here. Alrighty, I didn't notice that.
I had to do that one. There's no way I could avoid it. When you set me up for it, you know.
Yeah, that was great.
I was actually trying to get it where he just says, that was a wink, but you didn't know it. But for some reason, I couldn't get it to take that blinky part out. But I'll work on that a little bit.
Send me the video and I will edit it.
All right. But yeah, Koimia, while you're looking that up, we can do this one. This was a story that
Sure, I got it.
Oh, okay.
There's
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
Now I
N-Gage.
remember that. One. Okay. Yeah, I did not have that.
Yeah.
That is totally like 90s, 2000s.
And when you had one of those, you were like the coolest kid there.
Yeah. That's the N-Gage.
Okay. Yeah, now that I see the picture. I mean, when we met Koimia, we were both gushing about the first Droid, remember where the screen flipped up? It was almost like
the G1
3DS.
the G1 from Google, yeah, where it would flip up and you had the keypad.
Yeah, you had the full keypad underneath
it. I had one of those. I had one of those.
The Droid 1, the first Android one that I had. I remember us talking about that. Between that and your video game tattoos, that's what got us talking.
Yep.
Them's were the days.
Back when things were
shitty
simpler.
job we were on, though.
Oh, Jesus, yes.
Probably one of the worst jobs I've had.
I mean, you got Koimia out of it, so you can't be too bad.
I mean, yeah, that's all I got out of it. And that was probably the shortest job I ever had. I think I only worked there like 3 months because it was so bad. We were working at a freezer place where that, did Sara Lee's food and stuff. So we were always in the freezer or in freezing cold temperatures. Like, I could not keep my fucking feet warm for the life of me. It didn't matter how many pairs of socks. What I did, like, they were always numb. So yeah, that was the worst job.
End of the day, you had to put them in like a hot bathtub.
It sucked
just to thaw them out.
But yeah, the only thing good out of it is I met Koimia, so that I'll take that. Gypsy comes back. I bought it with my wages when I was younger. It cost me £100.
So in US dollars, what is £100?
I mean,
of course, that was way back
I don't know
when.
what it would be back for that time because you for inflation, it was pretty good for its time.
So okay, yep, and then we can also get cheap views. I don't know if it's
I'm not bringing that on stream. Screw them, stupid bots. I don't know where that's coming from.
But yep, and then this one, that neo-deth was excited about the new 8-bit Pro controller for the Switch 2 and PC. It has swappable face buttons.
Yes, it is the upgraded version of the one I have right here. It's got 2 more buttons, like it said, swappable buttons, so you can change out the AB if to keep your head straight when you're going from like Nintendo to Xbox or to PlayStation. Like, that screws my head up so hard. Like, I get used to playing it on Nintendo where cancel is B or A and accept is B, and then you go to PlayStation, they're completely reversed, and you're like, my brain can't handle that.
Well, it's just like when you do Xbox, X is over here, and then on PlayStation, X is down here, and I'm just sitting there going like, whoa.
Same thing, yeah. But I mean, if you scroll down, the way the controller is now too, it's got a like charging dock that comes with it. Scroll down a little on the article. Yeah, so it's got this charging dock where this one you just plug it in up top and that's it. So I like that it'll have its own stand. I like the color, so yeah, I pre-ordered that purple one right there, and it's got like 2 extra buttons on it too than this one does.
Mm-hmm. It looks great here. And yeah, available. Here's all the specs and features in case you were wondering here. I don't know if you want to read them all, but
no. But I mean, it's got a lot of good stuff going for it. Like they've redid the thumbsticks, I believe, too, and the bumper buttons. So, like, I mean, I've been happy with that using this as my Switch controller since I've had it. I think I had the first gen too. Now I have second, and I have the third coming. So, I mean, it's got to be a pretty good third party one. And yeah, the main thing is like it mirrors it so that I am almost exactly the same as a PlayStation controller. I love the thumbsticks where they are and everything. So that's my main plus on it.
And this is
directly.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No, I was just trying to figure out where that spam bot came from.
Oh, I think it's on my Twitch.
I was going to say it's not on any of the Twitches I control. Sorry.
It's not on mine either. So, but yeah, there's 3 different colors you can get. You can get the gray like you're gonna have PlayStation color. You get the purple like if it was Nintendo's, GameCube, and then you get the like original Nintendo look. Those are the 3 different colors they got.
Yeah, it was coming from mine.
I got Neo. I brought a screen up talking about the old G1. That's the picture of the G1 from T-Mobile. It was a T-Mobile exclusive, if I remember correctly.
Was it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And for anybody interested, this is a closer version. This is actually directly from Amazon right here. You have this one, and then if you want kind of the standard gray,
like a PlayStation.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. This is. Instead there was being on your Steam Deck or on your Switch here. I'm sorry, on the Switch, not Steam Deck, but
it can go on Steam Deck. It can be used on your PC also, and it can be used on PlayStation and Xbox. So it's like a very versatile thing. Like on the back, it has a little switch right here. You switch it to which one you're using it on, and away you go. Oh, looks like they may have moved that. That's interesting. I didn't know that, but
yeah,
not that we're doing an ad for them, but
no, they're not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored. But I do love this controller, and I'm glad that they're doing a new one. I mean, when the Switch 2 came out, it didn't work right away. I think like 2 days later, they had a firmware update that made it so you could use this with the Switch 2. So
this
yeah,
is really great.
3 different colors, and yeah, check them out if you're in for a decent controller. Out of all the third parties, I think they are the best.
That's what I've heard.
In my opinion.
And then I know they were talking for the longest time for Xbox third party, and I guess they came to PlayStation as well. Scuff controllers, are a really good third party.
Okay.
I know that brand, they also have like an Ultimate edition, which is kind of like the Xbox controllers. So, let's see this first gen.
That was the first gen Google One G1.
That's the one I had though. Mine was actually called the Droid.
Because that's what I had.
Same thing.
That's what I had right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a G1.
It was basically the same thing. It just slid up, and you had a full QWERTY keyboard on it. That was like I think my first, like kind of smartphone.
Yep. Yep.
Let me catch up on some comments here. What do we got? I looked it up. It was the Nokia 6010, and
6610.
probably 2004, 2005. Okay. 6610. There we go. Jeez. Numbers.
Numbers are hard.
I mean, they are. And then I need a GameCube controller, but it's hard to find a decent one. I've had a USB GameCube connector for PC, brilliant for emulation, but I have rubbish controllers. Well, give the 8-bit do one of theirs a try and see if that works.
Yep. And then what Thunder
comes back? Thumbsticks don't feel right. Need a genuine one. I don't know which ones the thumbsticks don't feel right on.
Yep. So keeping going here because we got a few other stories to do here. Microsoft unceremoniously kills off the Xbox movies and TV store. However, you can no longer rent or buy TV shows, but you won't lose any of your purchases.
I mean, was that a thing? Did people actually purchase through them?
I remember seeing it a lot, and I remember looking at it, but I don't remember actually ever getting anything from it. It's like most of the stuff that I wanted to watch was on, Paramount Plus, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, whatever I wanted to look on. So I never even really gave this too much of a second thought. So is this really that big of a loss?
Right.
I mean, just because I didn't do it doesn't mean others didn't. So I'm not trying to say that. But
it brings back to, the PSP and those things where you had the UMDs of the movies, same type of thing. Who's it for?
And this seems like it was, I remember when they called the Xbox One because they wanted it to be an all-in-one entertainment system where you could stream movies, put movies on, play video games. And I'm wondering if that was like kind of an offshoot of that, where they were trying to just make this an all-in-one, and then nobody paid attention to this.
No one did that.
A lot of people were saying that they knew the writing on the wall was on the wall for this thing. It's just a matter of when Xbox actually used to have a music app as well.
Yeah,
they killed off, and they said,
PlayStation View was so cool, but that didn't go very far.
No, but they said Xbox had a music app, and they were saying, once that's gone, TV and movies is just a matter of time.
Yeah.
So
especially since there's so many other streaming platforms that were having other things that these guys didn't have, so it was like, why am I even going to pay attention to this?
Yep.
So, I just thought that was interesting. If you are one of the people that is being affected by this, let us know in the comments. Definitely let us know how you feel about it. It's not a big deal to us, it sounds like, but just let us know what you think.
Right.
Yeah, we also had, the studio behind beauties like Oblivion Remastered, Metal Gear Solid Delta is reportedly facing heavy layoffs in the games industry's latest demonstration that hits will not spare you. neo-deth, like you were saying before, it just seems like another week, another round of layoffs. I mean, what week have we?
Koimia that was saying that,
or maybe it was Koimia that was saying that. Yeah, I mean,
he can't keep us apart. We look so much alike. He's like, you two eyes.
I know anybody with two eyes looks the same to me. No, anyway, but yeah, it's a support studio and remaster specialist, Virtuous, is reportedly next in line for layoffs. Now, why? I don't know why, because Metal Gear Solid was a big hit. Oblivion Remastered was a big hit. You would think that would mean you should probably add more developers there, not cut, but.
Well, I think they're done with the Metal Gear. That comes out in August, right?
Right.
So, you're done with your development. So now you cut down unless you've got another game on the back burner that's ready to, shift all those people, or even. It seems like it's in this industry. That's why they do this a lot. Is they'll get a game out, they trim the fat until they know exactly what game they're coming for next, and then they rehire people or bring on new people, and get into the development again until that game's done, and then cut again. it's a vicious cycle. That's why a lot of them, these studios need to start unionizing so that they can't do this. They have to keep their people on. They can't just cut.
And see, that doesn't make sense though. It's like if you're a game developer, you should know what game you're going to be working on next. I think like when you're in your last legs of development for whatever game that you're working on, that's when you should start saying, okay, let's get the pre-production done for this. Cut the team in half, let them finish up this game and get the other working on the other game.
Right.
That's I'm not a business
sometimes
person.
They don't have something lined up for the next one. If they're a company like this where they do remasters or remakes, like you have to wait for somebody to hand you the game, right? Or the license to start running with it. So, I mean, we're not on the inside, so we don't know how that works. I would love to have somebody on that was, a game developer or whatnot to give us the insight of how the cycles work for these things.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get some developers on. Does anybody know how to work X to actually get them to speak to us?
That would actually be the old man up here.
I got Angel to agree to be on our show, so
So
that's as far as we go with that, right?
Yeah. So when Raven Software was doing all their stuff with Activision, I was actually trying to get Raven Software to come on and be on the show, but I could get so many people that were like, "I'll release a statement." Not this show. That was back when this was a radio show. I was getting so many people that were like, "I'll release a statement." I'm like, "Will you come talk to me?" No. It's like, really? I need you for just like 1 hour. Come on. But yeah, maybe Koimia, get to it.
Yeah,
I'll see what I can do.
So work your X magic.
I'll see what I can do.
KoimiaX marks the spot.
Right.
Yeah, buddy.
That's why he does it all on X.
So, and one of the most
we do have
shocking...
a couple more comics here. Hang on.
Okay.
Gypsy came back when we were talking about the controller. There's a no make like they have tried to copy Nintendo. I got from Amazon, and they're terrible. I don't know. It's a little chopped up there. And then I can't believe PlayStation are stopping PlayStation Stars. I have quite a bit of money back. I've had quite a bit of money back. Yeah, I thought that was a good program, kind of like Nintendo's one. When you bought an actual cart or anything off the store, you got Nintendo points that you could use to redeem for new games, and then that cart was it was registered to you or whatever. But yeah, those were both great things that it got you to buy, but also got something out of it, right? Like a discount program. Like if you're at Best Buy, you buy a couple things with your Best Buy card, and then you get points later on to spend something. That's kind of why I went with Best Buy when I bought my Donkey Kong, is from buying the system from them. I got $30 in points, so the game was cheaper. I got it for $40 instead of. Like, that's a no-brainer, right? Like, why would you get rid of a system like that? It encourages people to buy more.
Well, who knows? Maybe encouraging people to buy more might also be costing them more. Who knows how much they're making off of that? I mean, think about it. Like encouraging somebody to buy a system, like a console, buy ours instead of theirs. But they're still, if you don't buy the games and the controllers and stuff to go with it, they're going to go out.
I mean, but it also like I got some pretty AAA games there, like the Astro bots. I think I got that through there. I think I got like my copy of Diablo for the PlayStation 3 because I bought it on PC. I pre-ordered it for PC and then got it on the PlayStation through them because you can get it free with those points. I'm like, I mean, it's I kind of feel like it's like the PlayStation Plus, like they're giving those people deals so you'll join up there, or the Game Pass, same type of thing. Like, so are you really losing money?
Yeah, I know that's another one, old man. You've told me that I need to play as Astro Bot, and I have not played that yet. So speaking of games that haven't been played, neo-deth, where's Doki Doki? Why haven't you played it?
I have Donkey Kong and Shadow Labyrinth that I've picked up, and I'm still trying to finish off Chronicles of the Wolf. So it's trying to find where to slot those games in.
Did you ever play the one that can't remember if you said you played this one or not? Sleeping Dogs?
No.
You still haven't?
Nope. So I guess this would be a good segue. Koimia, would you like to do your Koimia's comments and your top 5 games that people want to play?
Top 5 games that everybody needs to play? Yeah,
Yes.
I'll gladly go right into that.
Do you want the screen to just be you, or you want us?
I don't care about that.
Okay.
But top 5 games in no particular order that I feel everybody needs to play at least once. As Cyclops so kindly mentioned, Sleeping Dogs, Doki Doki Literature Club, Nier Automata.
I played that one.
Yeah. Did you get all the endings?
I don't think I did that.
No, you got to play that like 5 times to get all the endings.
For the main endings, yes. There's 26 actual endings, but
holy crap! Yeah, no, I did not get all those. I guarantee you, I didn't get all
that. 5 that are like canon to the. Yes, I did. There are 5 that are like canon to the story, and then the others are just like joke endings and stuff. But Claire Obscure, the Expedition 33,
the new one,
and
so you're slotting in a new game that just came out a couple months ago. You think that's part of the top 5?
Oh God, yes. Claire Obscure is my game of the year, and know, I saw an article today.
Folks.
Well, I saw an article today stating, that people are already claiming Game of the Year's already over with Donkey Kong, Death Stranding 2, and Claire Obscure being top contenders.
That is a tough lineup, because I've heard, Death Stranding 2 is supposed to be really good. I know Donkey Kong's fucking good. And then you got Claire Obscure.
Yeah, Claire Obscure. I'm trying to remember.
Where would you vote on that? I guess you have to have played them. So
I'm trying to remember what that last. Let's see: Sleeping Dogs, Claire Obscure, Nier Automata, Doki Doki Literature Club. Oh, Banishers, Ghost of New Eden.
Yes.
So,
Banishers. I will 100% agree with you on that one. Banishers is a must play. How dare you for sleeping on it? For anyone,
I think I've played. What I say? I've played 2 of those. Mm-hmm. No, 1 of those.
You said you played 1 of those.
You played 1, and I played 2. I played Banishers and
I have Banishers. Dogs. I just haven't.
You also played Doki Doki.
Oh yeah, and I played Doki Doki.
You just haven't played Claire Obscure or Nier Automata.
Now I gotta ask, if you're a Claire Obscure fan, I've heard that a lot of people that like that one also like Black Myth Wukong. Have you played that one?
I have not.
Okay. So that's one that I keep hearing nothing but great things for. I see it's available on console, so I will be buying it. It's just I have not. It's another one I like. Assassin's Creed. I will play it. I absolutely want to. I have not had the time or money. So
yeah. I mean, it's usually the time, right? Trying to slot in the games,
especially games that are like, like days and days long. Then that's just the average play time, not the 3 hours I can play tonight.
What was that?
I said you buy all these games, and then what do you end up doing? Grinding the hell out of Diablo 4.
Well, I mean, that's why I was saying, like, these past 2 days with me doing Donkey Kong and Shadow Labs, I'm like, I love both these games. Which one do I go for first? I thought Shadow Labs was going to be, maybe the quicker, because usually the Metroidvanias, they're, pretty decent, 15, 20 hours. But I like when I brought it up today, I was only 25%. And I think when I finished today, I was only like 37, I want to say. So I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. But Claire Obscure, like I said, that's my game of the year. I haven't found another game like it to top that list. Again, I haven't played Death Stranding 2, and obviously I haven't played Donkey Kong because I don't have a Switch 2. But
and you haven't played Black Myth Wukong, so that could very easily take it.
That game came out, 2 years ago, though? A year ago? That won't be my game of the year.
Black Myth Wukong?
No, that came out this year, I thought.
Yeah, thought it was this year.
Did it?
I thought it was the beginning of the year. It's one of the
See,
newer ones.
it's so unirrelevant now because of those other 3 games
Because
that.
the other games, it just wiped it out of your head.
Yeah,
But I thought that one was kind of like a Souls game, wasn't it?
it is, from what I've heard. Yeah,
Okay,
I know there's a demo
nope.
for it. I know there's a demo for it. I might check out the demo, but because I know
Okay,
it's like
We were
it's
wrong.
got the pro patch.
Oh, were we?
So
Yeah, I look here. It says it came out August 20th of 2024.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And
I
it got beat by fucking Astrobot. I mean, come on. So
Yeah, but what didn't? I mean, Astrobot won Game of the Year last year at the Game Awards.
that's my point. So, but yeah, Claire
It was up
Obscure.
against Blatro.
Blatro is fucking amazing.
I mean, that is a time sink. You can just get lost in that goddamn game.
You really can. People are, there's Netflix and chill, and there's Blatro and chill. So,
I don't know how you Blatro and chill, but okay.
oh, it could be done.
Oh.
Oh, this is
Okay.
KoimiaX After Dark.
And that was our new segment there of Koimia's comments. As the title I gave it. Do you have a better title?
No.
No.
Well, I was going to say Koimia's soapbox, but that
it was his soapbox, but I'm like, it needs to be within his name, kind of, to make it kind of flowy. So I put a K on the comments. That was my thinking.
I don't know how many times I have to tell you guys. You guys put way more effort into thinking about things about this than I do.
I mean,
So,
yeah. I mean, you got to grow as a show, right?
You kind of seen it coming out today when I'm like, okay, we need to tie together our stream destinations. We got sitting there like,
that was
what the hell is going?
your helping thing, right?
So
yeah, and I remember mine was supposed to be like Cyclops eye reviews, which in just a little bit I will give a mild review for the new Mortal Kombat 2 trailer
here, hold on a second. Gypsy came in with a comment I want to address.
Oh.
So it is a game. You're thinking about not Astrobot, but there was Astro's Playroom.
Yeah,
that was a pack-in with the PS5 for the feature for the controller. Astrobot itself is a full-fledged game. And it's fucking fantastic. Yes, count it. So,
don't have it on.
Not to call you out there, Gypsy, but I'm going to say, I'm out.
Drop the controller, huh?
Yep. Whoa, back it the fuck up. So,
yeah, and then I came up with Cyclops's eyes on review instead of a hands-on review, and we're using eyes as the rating system, where 1 is the best one. That's what I was going
where I've got my eye on it,
right. So we're doing it backwards than everybody else. Gypsy comes back. Okay.
Yeah, and from what I've seen, Astrobot is a fantastic game. Sorry, I just used your word. But and hopefully next week, I'm hoping to see the Fantastic Four. Now, do we count that as a fantastic word because it's part of the title?
No, because you're not using it as a
proper name. So no.
Yeah, you're not using it as a description.
So what if you say the Fantastic Four was fantastic and the 4 of them were fantastic? It's like.
We mute you and boot you out of the studio.
No, I do. Really? I'm being booted out of my own show here.
I
didn't go to no Coldplay concerts. Why am I being booted out of here?
See, a week from now, that joke wouldn't make any sense. So you have to do it while it's hot.
Exactly.
Comes back. You are right. And there were a couple other ones that we missed from them before we move on to the next segment. PlayStation, $1 trillion company. They got the money, as in for the stars thing that they're canceling.
Yeah.
They made more money on PS5 than they did the PS2.
A lot of people that I talked to, that getting back to that stars thing, I knew a lot of people who actually used it but I think in the grand scheme of things, not a lot of people use it. You know, and it's like you said, you know, what part of saving money don't you like? You know, and
But if you don't know it's there, you
exactly
don't like know
so
about it, then you're just
Sony didn't really do the best promoting it. They're just kind of like,
Right.
hey, we got this program, check it out.
right.
You know, and I mean, I know I turned a few people onto it, and they were like, "This is awesome." I also think a lot of it was some people looked at it and saw the little collectibles that you could get, and people went, "Oh, so NFTs," and you know they associate NFTs with Bitcoin and all of that
Bull crap.
cheap. Yeah, cheap. As my grandma used to say, cheap hook'em. I don't even know if she said it right, or if I said it right, but yeah, cheap shit, you know. And so I think a lot of people were put off by that. Yeah. Speaking of NFTs in general, where the fuck did they go? You know, like you don't hear about that anymore, and you don't hear
Another
about
one
games
that was
that
there
were.
for like a month and then gone.
Yeah,
I think collectively the industry said no, you know, or at least the
I mean,
gamers
it was
said
a
no.
stupid concept, anyways. Like, yeah.
I think once South Park kind of showed, you know, remember Professor Chouse, which then became Professor Chaos in one of those specials that they did. It was Butters selling NFTs and basically bankrupting everyone that did it. And I was like, so this is how it works. And I think once people realize, because South Park has a way of explaining it that you're going to understand it. And it's like, yeah, everyone was like, yeah, no thanks. It's like, I put in all this for, you know, this little, you know, icon. It's like, how much did you pay for that? I put my whole life savings into it.
Right.
Oh, well, I'll just right click save, and now it's my icon. You know, like it's
Right.
it's so freaking stupid. Just
Right. Then also came back here with Sleeping Dogs is pretty much Streets of LA. Nick King, LOL.
Yes. Well, Sleeping Dogs started as a Streets of LA as a true crime.
There's going to be a sequel or something like of a true crime. Yeah.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like, I don't know if it was supposed to be a reboot of the series, but it was supposed to be in that same game. It was supposed to be called True Crime Hong Kong or something like that. And originally, it was supposed to have Lucy Liu as the protagonist, like way back when.
Yeah.
Then I think Activision decided they wanted to just do the yearly projects, like what they could do for, you know, Overwatch and what they could do for Call of Duty and all these other things that they can milk year after year after year, and they can't do that with a game like this. So they wanted to keep hold of the True Crime name. But they sold the actual game development to, I forget who did that, but yeah, they sold the game development to, I want to say it was Square Enix. And then Square Enix just took it and finished it up and basically said, okay, we're going to give it a different name. Here you go.
Yeah.
Amazing game, though. Definitely need to play it. If you haven't played it, it's Grand Theft Auto without the guns. I mean, there's a few missions that require guns, but they actually say in there, guns are not as readily available in Japan as they are in the United States. So you have to use,
you can pick them up at every corner in the United States.
Yeah, so that's why they put a huge emphasis on combat, on the martial arts, on the melee weapons and everything, and it's like that almost gives it more of an up close and personal feel, you know.
But you said there's no remaster of it, right? So I have to go back and play it on like an older graphics.
No, technically
PS4.
there was, because it came out on PS3 and then they upgraded for PS4.
Yeah, they did a definitive edition for the PS4,
but they haven't done anything since then.
No.
Okay. And then last few comments here. I'm trying to catch up with chat. I'm playing Black Desert. I have 14K hours into it.
Good God.
My God. I thought, you know, I had a lot of hours in World of Warcraft, but I think you got me beat there.
You mentioned World of Warcraft.
Uh-huh.
Butters, go buy World of Warcraft, install it on your computer, and join the online sensation before we all murder you.
Yes. I mean, I think I've almost got like a year and a half, 2 years of actual time in all my characters. I think I finally figured it out. So
I'll have to go look on my EverQuest 2 characters, because I know you can type. They do have a thing where you can type like playtime or whatever, and it'll tell you.
And in World of Warcraft, there's a couple, you know, alt add-ons you can put on there, and it will like literally just total up all your characters. So I don't know if I can bring that up. We'll try while we're live. And then I think the last thing we had was shenanigans. All I think about with NFTs is money laundering.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much.
Yep. And then I see Gypsy was saying he loves Square.
I love Square.
Yes.
Yep,
I
Square
mean,
Enix. Square
yeah,
Enix, I have a love-hate relationship with them. I love the games that they put out, but then it seems like no matter how well their games do, they always say, "Oh, it was disappointing." It's like, what are you expecting? You expecting to sell like 1 million copies in the first week every single time? It's not going to happen. It's just not.
That's why I'm waiting for a new Nier game. And when they re-released Replicant on the PS4 and all of that, I'm like, good. They're gauging the interest because, I mean, Nier Automata, like I said, that's a top 5 must play. Everybody must play it. And then they re-released Replicant, and I'm like, oh, could a sequel be announced soon? You know, fingers crossed and all of that. So
I'm really hoping they make another Tomb Raider. It's Square that does the Tomb Raider games, and I'm really hoping that they make another one of those because I have really been enjoying the newer Tomb Raider games. You know,
I thought the one was slated, right? And then
Crystal Dynamics
got canceled.
They did have one that got canceled, but I'm hoping they just make another one that, you know, maybe like that story wasn't good or maybe it was too ambitious and they needed to do something different. Because that's partially why Grand Theft Auto 6 has taken so long to come out is they've actually had to restart development on it 3 times because they were just trying to do too much. And if you've seen the trailer, they say that's in-game footage. It's already like, holy crap. What the hell else were you trying to do? You know?
He comes back with NTF equals the Paul brothers equals corruption.
Yes. Yep.
And then I love MMOs. It's literally my life. I have nearly 6 years on BDO. I'm guessing that's Black Desert.
Yeah.
Black Desert Online. I never tried that one. I never got into that one.
They just released a PS5 native update for the game.
I saw that.
I was going to check it out. I don't know if it'd be good to jump into it now with it being out for so long. And I've also kind of been dabbling with the New World MMO that's out on the PlayStation. Yeah, New World. It's not a free one though.
Oh, okay.
It was originally an Amazon Games one, and then they like kind of Final Fantasy 14 it, where they kind of went back to the drawing board and redid it, and now it's like New World Eternium or something like that is the full name, and I've been having fun with that one. But then Final Fantasy 14 is my main MMO of choice.
Like I said, mine is World of Warcraft, and I just pulled it up. Across all 56 tunes, I have 519 days, not hours, days.
So you've been playing for a while.
Yeah, I may have been playing for a little bit. I mean, that goes back to when did I start? I started in Lich King when Lich King first released, and I've gone in cycles. I'll play for a little while, I'll leave, I'll come back. I think this is probably the longest I've been here. I've been here now 2 expansions in a row, like fully. So, yeah, it's a fun one. I like to raid in it. I like the camaraderie and trying out the new things, and they're always adding in new systems. Like this next expansion, which they're gonna release actually kind of soon, is they're gonna do like Final Fantasy 14. They're finally gonna have housing in there, so you're gonna be able to create your own house, decorate it, do all the things. And have like neighborhoods, so like your guildies can be all together, your friends.
I like to do all the things.
Yeah, I mean they're integrating more community things into it. So.
Yep. I saw one more thing here. The update.
Okay.
Just saw the update is pretty good. I also have it on PC.
Okay.
But yeah, these next stories, the next 4 stories kind of go in together here. But so this shocked the living crap out of pretty much every fucking person on planet Earth. Yeah, Stephen Colbert's The Late Show run will come to an end next year as CBS cancels the franchise. Now, they're saying, and this is their quote, "This decision is not related in any way to the show's performance, content, or other matters happening at Paramount," their network said. They were saying it's a financial decision, which doesn't make any fucking sense since Stephen Colbert is like the biggest moneymaker on the network.
Right, and it's not like that. It's like a flashy show, and they've got a bunch of CGI shit, or they have to pay for guest stars or some shit. Like what?
Well, what's weird is on the heels of this. This comes on the heels of I want to say it was earlier last week. He said he came back from a break saying that Paramount, which is the owner of CBS, made a deal with the Trump administration that they were paying like $16 million to the administration or something like that. And he basically ripped it up one side and down the other. But that's what these late night people do. They make jokes even at their own company's expense. I mean, how many times did Conan O'Brien rip on NBC while he was on NBC, while he was on The Late Show, or Late Night with Conan O'Brien that used to follow Jay Leno? He ripped on them for being in 5th place while he was there, and they still promoted him, So you can't say that it was because of that. They're saying that this is not politically charged. You can't convince me it's not. Yeah. You can't, Yeah, so he announced this, on Thursday, that his final show. Now, a lot of people are freaking out thinking it's coming off next week. No, it's ending in 2026. So we still got a year.
I mean, they could change their mind, right?
They should change their mind.
If we get enough, back in the day, it used to be called like a letter campaign. You would write into the place and say, hey, we want this show, like Quantum Leap. There was a lot of shows that were on the chopping block, and then you would write into them and say, no, we want that. We still want this.
Chuck was saved. Remember Chuck?
Chuck. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was saved by because it didn't have sponsors, and it wasn't until like fans demanded sponsors step up, and I think Subway stepped in, and that's why for like the 3rd season you saw Subway fucking everywhere.
I mean, how many times was Family Guy canceled?
3 that I know of.
Yeah, it was canceled 3 times and then brought back.
It was canceled after the initial season, and then they decided, okay, maybe it did have enough. Then they canceled it after the 2nd season. Then after the 3rd, they were like, okay, we're done. And then it was because of its popularity on Adult Swim that they brought it back. And now it's, going into like its 22nd season or something.
It's on Thursday nights now.
Oh, it's not on Sundays?
No, my wife and I noticed that they've pretty much dismantled Sunday night animation domination. Like the only cartoons on there now are still like The Simpsons, Crapopolis,
Bob's Burgers,
and then that's it, really.
Yep.
Occasionally they'll show The Great North, which if you haven't watched
that's a great show.
The Great North is awesome, and it's hilarious.
That one.
It's on Hulu.
To borrow Koimia's word, The Great North is fantastic.
That one's on Hulu.
Yes. I liked that one, and I liked Housebroken. I don't know if you ever saw that one where Lisa Kudrow does the voice of the therapy dog.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch that.
I like that one. My wife really likes that one, too.
So
Fantastic.
we also got the... it's been said 5 times. But Chipsy also came back and said, I'm really enjoying this stream. Nice one, guys.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
We appreciate that. We appreciate you being here, and everybody else that is watching, whether it's here or later on YouTube's. If you do like it, either follow us on the various social medias that we have underneath our names, or subscribe, depending on where you are seeing this, and also follow.
Mm-hmm. And remember, you can also, if you want to, you can also listen to this on Spotify. That is under the Garbage In, Garbage Out podcast. We usually have that up within a day or so of doing a live recording.
Yep. Usually on Sundays I get that up.
Mm-hmm. Continuing on with this, the Writers Guild has actually demanded an investigation into Stephen Colbert's Late Show cancellation, has significant concerns about bribery at Paramount. Yeah. I was reading this story. This is off of Variety. The Writers Guild of America called for Paramount to be investigated for bribery by the New York State Attorney General following Thursday's announcement of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert has been canceled. In the statement, the labor union says it has significant concerns that the move may have been intended to bribe President Donald Trump into sanctioning Paramount's pending acquisition by Skydance. Colbert is a frequent critic of Trump, having referred to... yeah, not Colbert. Having referred to Paramount's recent $16 million settlement with the president as a big fat bribe, only 3 days before cancellation, and the WGA noted that the company could be sacrificing free speech to curry favor with the Trump administration. CBS, for its part, has said that The Late Show was canceled for purely financial decision that was not related in any way to the show's performance, content, or other matters happening at Paramount.
Right. Like, so the hard part is going to be trying to prove, Trump's an idiot. We've already established that, where he puts out his texts and tweets and shit. And, it shows that, with the voter fraud and all that, he did it.
Yeah.
Like, you literally put all that stuff out. And you expect us to go, oh, nope, wasn't him. But we'll see how that goes.
So this also kind of goes along with this merger with Skydance and Paramount has also been fucking up South Park, because South Park was supposed to go from Max to Paramount, and they were supposed to release their new season, and now they're still working on the episodes, and they can't say when the new season's coming out because this Paramount's fucking things up. And apparently Trey Parker and Matt Stone hired what they called a bulldog negotiator to sit down with them and Paramount and Skydance to say, when can we get South Park out? Now, that's just South Park. That was previous to this. Right. But yeah, so this merger's fucking up a lot more.
So it sounds like, they're doing a lot of things trying to get this merger or whatever. I didn't do that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought you were...
No, I just thought of something we forgot to do. We didn't do the knock for each other. That's my dumb brain going, hey, look, what about this?
Yeah. That's the ADHD brain for you.
Yeah.
Yep, and continuing on, so the people that actually are rivals of Stephen Colbert, like Jimmy Kimmel, are jumping to his defense, saying, literally, Jimmy Kimmel said, "Fuck you, CBS." The iconic late-night host slams their network after Colbert's shock cancellation, and it sounded like Trump was actually cheering Colbert's cancellation and saying Jimmy's next.
Yeah, he literally put out a tweet saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever the fuck he gets on America's Social or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Communist piece of shit. Whatever the fuck.
He jumped on whatever fascist website he wanted to this week and did that. But yeah, of course, that just kind of goes more into the exact same thing that happened here. But yeah, Jimmy Kimmel, love you, Steven. Fuck you and all your Sheldons, CBS. I love that. But then jumping to the next one here, I thought that would instantly go. I'm sorry. Jon Stewart addresses the Daily Show cancellation rumors, and he's saying it doesn't look good for him either. And he's
another one with super high ratings that gets viewers, and you're just canceling.
Paramount owns Comedy Central as well.
Yep, it's right here.
Peacock was CBS, isn't it?
Yeah. No, Peacock is NBC.
That's right. So yeah, Paramount owns both of those, which is why Stewart is now worried.
Yeah, Jon Stewart has commented on the future of his storied comedy news program, The Daily Show, as Skydance, the American media conglomerate, is in the process of acquiring the property. Skydance announced plans to purchase Paramount Global on July 7th, which is the parent company of Comedy Central and the home of The Daily Show and South Park, among other properties at the and networks under the Paramount umbrella. Unfortunately,
so this all started just recently, and now all of a sudden we're starting getting cancellations and whatnot, and shows not going on air like they were supposed to.
Yeah. And right here, his statement. Unfortunately, we haven't heard anything from them. We haven't. I'm sorry, they haven't called me and said like, don't get too comfortable in that office, Stewart. But let me tell you something. I've been kicked out of shittier establishments than that. Will land on our feet. So I'm pretty sure. If both Colbert and Stewart get canceled, if they were to put together like an internet, like a podcast or some sort of internet show, it would blow up.
Right. For sure. I mean, they were awesome together before.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, like you said, he'll land on his feet, but it's the point that they're all of a sudden doing this. Why? Just so you can get a merger because your shit's sinking? Like all of the streaming services are having a problem. That's why we keep getting rate increases and whatnot. It's basically becoming again like cable was. Like they're starting to package them together and whatnot. Like we didn't cut the cord, at least not anymore.
We didn't cut the cord to go back to the cord. Essentially,
right? It's becoming a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're just trying to find ways to reinvigorate, we get more money, and continue doing what they do. But it's shitty how they do it.
I cut the cord because I could eventually just say, okay, I want this channel, this channel, this channel, and now it's like, okay, this is just
now
cable
it's
all over again.
Yeah.
Well, at least with this, I can cancel it for a month if I don't want to do it for a month.
Here's what you do. All you need is Pluto TV because they have a 24/7 channel of Mystery Science Theater 3000. Okay? That's all you need.
That's all you need. Okay. Good to know.
So
we got some more comments here. Gypsy comes back. I like Americans, but I think you deserve better. Trump thinks he is the most important person in the world. Yes, it's not just he thinks he's the best person in our area. He thinks he's the best person in the world, which is, preposterous. Look at all the people that have done that and they've fallen.
And if you disagree with him, he's going to tweet about you, damn it.
Yeah. He's going to be a big fucking bully and bully you on the internet if he doesn't agree with you.
What I love is his wife. His wife actually tried to, how a lot of times the first ladies will do something that they're passionate about. Like, Michelle Obama was about nutrition in the schools and stuff like that.
Right.
Melania Trump's big thing was about online bullying and how it needs to stop. And I'm just like, have you met your fucking husband?
Right? Have you looked at what the shit he says?
Mm-hmm.
But okay, yeah, that's the one you're gonna die on. Got it. Telling Britain what to do makes me upset. Whatever happens in the UK has nothing to do with Trump. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then Shenanigans comes back. I pay for no TV subs. I only use the ones that come free with other things. Yeah, like AT&T. I get. Which one do I get with AT&T? I get Max. I get the HBO Max with my cell phone provider, which is awesome.
With Walmart, with their online stuff, if you sign up for their program there, you get Paramount for free, which is actually how I've been watching the South Park specials, and I'm catching up on Beavis and Butthead.
Okay. I mean, I think at this year, like, what was it, Black Friday, I think it was, they had a lot of sales on the streaming services. So I'm like, all right, for a year, if you're going to give me a deal for that year, all right, I'll sub back in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for the most part, I had cut back a lot of them.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, they'll share them out, with your family and friends just to, make it cheaper on you. And
Well, it used to be you could share your password. Now they're trying to crack down on that.
I mean, a lot of them are cracking down on it now. Like Disney, Netflix started. Disney's now doing it. I thought Apple was too.
Well, remember Netflix used to say like true love is sharing a password. That was like their actual advertisement.
Yep.
And they were encouraging you to share the password. Now they're all of a sudden they're like, oh, don't share your password. It's like you fucking told me to do it.
They're gonna go back now because they're like, oh, we need more money. We want more people. Shareholders, blah blah blah. Money.
Money.
Shenanigans comes back again. Like I get Disney with my grocery delivery. That's an interesting pairing.
Did you know Disney actually puts it in their fine print that if you sign up for Disney Plus, you can't sue their parks for any reason? Which is why there was a woman that went to, it was either Disney World or Disneyland, I can't remember. But she went there and she specifically told the people there she had a peanut allergy. And they said, okay, that's fine. We can accommodate. We can make your meal without peanut oil or whatever. And they gave her peanut oil. They made it with it. And she ended up dying. I don't know if she died at the park, but she ended up dying. So her husband found out, had the autopsy, and they said, yeah, that Disney park made it with the peanut. That's what killed her. And he tried to sue, but because he had signed up for Disney Plus, Disney was trying to fight him on his lawsuit, on his wrongful death lawsuit.
Oh, and saying because you signed up for this, you can't sue us over here thing?
Yeah, because you signed up for Disney Plus, you can't sue that. They took it to their lawyers, and the lawyer was like instantly like, they can't do that.
Those are two different separate fucking things.
It is the stupidest thing I'd ever heard, but
I mean, it's Disney. They're always trying to one up you too.
Now for the next one, Brian, hold up your hand for a second.
Oh boy.
No, seriously, hold it. Okay. Do you remember in Grand Theft Auto 4 when they had Nico wearing those same gloves which would not protect your fingers? Why are you wearing that? But
they're compression gloves because my hands have been hurting me from work.
Oh, okay.
I wear them when gaming.
Too much gaming?
I've got a pair for gaming. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not the only one. As you get older, you need to start using compression shit on your body parts.
I just asked because there was this thing when Grand Theft Auto 4 came out, you saw Nico putting on a glove just like that and getting ready to go commit a crime. I'm like, you realize that doesn't stop your fingerprints from coming out. So
I'm not about to go commit a crime. I'm just trying to have my hands not hurt.
I was just kind of bringing that up because the next story here was Grand Theft Auto 6 sales projection might be unrealistic. Grand Theft Auto 6 has now thinks that they're going to clear $7.6 billion in 2 months. And a lot of their people there are some analysts that are saying that might be unrealistic. However, Koimia, you were saying at the very beginning of the show, like you thought they may actually do that.
I do.
I think that one they will.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not talking about some normal like Call of Duty annual game here. We're talking about GTA 6. And this is a game that everybody and their fucking mother has been waiting for since 5.
Let's be honest, the mothers are waiting so they can complain about it.
And so, and B, this is my favorite analyst of all time. And this guy fucking talks just to hear himself talk and is such a blowhard douchebag that I can't think of one thing that he has predicted that has ever fucking come true. And anytime I see his name attached to the story, you can hear my eyes roll back into my head because he is just, huh? Oh my God, he is horrible.
Michael Pratcher, huh?
Yep, Michael Pratcher. Yep. So
I'm gonna, if we can get him on the show one day.
It will do that much?
That it won't.
He's saying it won't.
He's saying it's too much. He's saying it'll do well. He's expecting it to do well and be like one of the biggest things in history. But he's saying, the whole $7.6 billion in revenue in just
in 6 months. They're saying 6 months.
No, 60 days.
Oh, in 60 days. See, initially, before the show started, you had said 6 months.
Yeah, I read that wrong. I'm sorry. But
Well, open your eye, goddammit.
I'm sorry, I've only got one eye and I can only read so fast.
Excuses. But,
still 60 days. I still think it will do it.
yeah.
Yeah, and
It also depends on, we don't know what price point it's going to come in. It could be at 80, it could be at 100, and you're also going to have, deluxe editions. You're going to add in all those. So all that adds up for it. Even if you buy a deluxe edition, like that still goes, you bought the game.
Now he's pointing out that, Grand Theft Auto 5 sold 32.5 million copies in the first 3 months in 2013, when Xbox 360 and PS3 had an install base of around 166 million users. That's just under 20% of players who had either console.
Okay,
and so what is? That's not even giving you a target like what that made either. That's 32.5 million times what? $60?
$60 at the time. If you're going with just the base game,
right? Yeah,
I'm so glad you learned how to hide that fucking bar.
Hey, I also got him to turn on the dark reader so that we don't see pure white on all the articles.
Yeah, dark mode.
What is it, million?
Yes. So is that 3?
Yeah, 32.
Math is hard, folks.
I know.
One more.
Keep going. There you go.
Well.
Yeah, I know. Numbers are hard. Times what was the other number?
60.
Times 60.
Yeah, 60.
It was $60 a game at the time.
Yeah.
Times 60. Yeah, that brought in 1,950,000,000.
Almost 2 billion.
Right.
And that's
right. And that was what did they say that time frame was?
That was
3 months.
3 months. Or
okay.
Was that 3 months?
3 months in 2013. They're also going by player base, so you got to figure there's more players probably now.
And here's the thing, though: you don't know what the player base is anymore because Xbox won't release their numbers properly. So, right. I mean, you got that to take into consideration. Do we know is Grand Theft Auto? I mean, it's probably not even fucking possible. But is Grand Theft Auto 6 coming out on the PS4 or is it strictly PS5?
It's PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and then I want to say in 2027 it'll be out on PC.
Okay, well, by then the numbers will be skewed. But so basically the new gen systems.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
I don't even think it can run on a PS4.
Right. I don't think so either. That's why I was asking. So you got to figure though. Okay, so you take those user bases now. How many of those are people who grew up on the Grand Theft Auto series that are waiting for this game? Factor in the fact that the game is probably most likely going to be $80. I'm going to put it at that price point for the base game.
Okay.
It's going to be $80. So now take that, say it had the same numbers, take that 32 million and multiply that by 80.
32 million by 80?
The 32 point, what was it, 32 or 32,500? What was it? Was that the number that they gave?
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
I know, you're glad I hit the bar. All right, so what we say,
32.5
million.
Yeah.
Right there.
And then multiply that by 80.
Shit.
One more.
And then multiply this by 80.
Multiply that by 80.
You're looking at almost, upwards of 3 billion.
Okay.
Well, they're saying like 7 billion, right?
They're saying 7 billion in 60 days. So that's one less month. But again, you're not factoring in deluxe edition Uber Deluxe Edition, the whack you off while you're playing edition. You know, I mean, there's going to be 15 to 20 different versions of this fucking game.
So how much is that third edition you mentioned? How much do I have to pay for that?
But you know, so I think it's possible. I think it's possible they'll hit the 7 billion in a 2-month span.
Yeah, otherwise
60 days.
Imagine if it goes like 7.5 billion, and then they're like, "Oh, it was disappointing."
Oh, it
sales.
didn't hit it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Gypsy comes back next. Not sure GTA 6 will have the capacity to run on PS4. Yeah, I don't think it easier. I think they've retuned it to run on the new Unreal and next gen software. So I don't think it will be able to. I was 11 when I played the first GTA demo and ran over a copper. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can just screw around in that game and, run people over, steal cars, whatever the hell you want to do.
I remember when it was a top-down franchise,
I never played it then. I came in when it was, GTA as we know it, third person.
The top downs, there was 3 top downs. There was GTA, GTA 2, and then GTA London.
Yeah.
And
I remember you could hit the cop and everyone was like, "You can run over police." It's like, dude, it's like 3 dots, blue dots.
Right.
I mean, as they got, further advanced, yeah, you could do the cops. You could, beat up the hookers, steal the money back that you got from them.
That was Grand Theft Auto 3 that did that. And I remember the whole world was about ready to explode because of it.
Right.
And there was actually a great GTA clone that was set in London that I absolutely loved, which was Driver.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say The Getaway, but yes, Driver is great too.
The Getaway was good too. That was a real good game. But Driver was fun. God, I need to find The Getaway and play that again.
The Getaway is another one I'd love.
Gypsy does come back also saying, Neo has the same style as me. I also wear gloves like that. Yeah, see, I'm not alone. As you get older, you got to protect your handsies.
I need to get
when you're doing those, long.
Mine are actually like space themed, almost like my background, because I found this company online called Ritual Motion, and they do the compression gloves, but you can get them in like tons of different colors and shit.
Yeah, these are just like, generic, ordered them off of Amazon because I needed them.
So do you wear those while you're working, or?
I have tried to, but yeah, doing any compression while you're, using your hands as hard as I do is really bad. Like I've tried to do it with my feet too to help with my plantar fasciitis. So
Gypsy's a kid. Gypsy's still a kid to me.
Yeah, it was a top down.
Only 40. Only 40. You're a kid.
I'm 41. So you're still the oldest there, Neo.
No, actually, Koimia has me beat by a month. I don't turn 45 till next month. He's 45 right now.
I just turned 45.
You may have that trophy, sir. It is yours. Great beard and all.
Heck yeah.
See, here I always feel like I'm so old. I'm 41, and then you guys come along. But Gypsy's the baby of the crowd right now, so.
I'll take it.
Enjoy your youth, Gypsy. When you get to be my age,
yeah,
it's all over.
Start falling apart.
Back in my day,
that's the thing. Like ever since I turned 40, it seems like things are falling apart, and it's like no.
Oh yeah.
I can't. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to 50 when shit really starts to go sideways, right?
But you want to hear the fun thing? When I'm 50, my oldest will be taking driver's ed.
Heart attack. Got it.
Yes, exactly. So
don't hit the tree.
So
they're gonna be. I can just imagine how your wife.
Don't hit the hooker.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just imagine how your wife would react. Like, how did you kill your father? With the car? Did you hit him? No. Did you get into an accident? No. Wow, I don't know how to transition from this, honestly.
I mean, we never do well with the transitions.
Here we go. for the transition. That always works.
That's whatever KoimiaX is talking about for you.
I still
that's
love
a
you
good
got,
time to use that.
Yep.
I love that your brother got Billy West to actually do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, people think that's AI. No, that is not AI. That is actually Billy West, the voice of Zap Brannigan and Fry and a million others on Futurama doing that.
He did Zoidberg. He did, I'm pretty sure he did the Professor.
He did the Professor and the Professor's son.
Yeah. And then he did Ren and Stimpy. And,
Doug and Roger. He was Doug and
Yeah.
Doug's bully.
so.
Right.
And again, a million others. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
That doesn't even scratch the
legend
surface.
in the industry.
But yeah, a movie I'm about to see tomorrow, and I know neo-deth, you said you already saw this. I'm not sure if you've seen it, Koimia, but
I have not.
Superman has already made more money than Black Adam's entire U.S. box office haul after the biggest Wednesday of 2025. Just this last week, the box office had its biggest Wednesday, biggest financial earnings for a Wednesday, and that actually pushed Superman up here. It says we're still waiting on an update for international numbers of Superman. The movie is thought to be closing in at 300 million worldwide, but the Man of Tomorrow just landed the biggest Wednesday of 2025 with an $11.75 million haul.
I didn't even know it released on a Wednesday. I thought, usually they do it one day earlier, so you go see it on the Thursday, because that's when I saw it.
Well, that's when they did, but this is like usually it tapers off during the week, but it had a huge Wednesday.
Okay.
Just it's uncommon for them to. Because, they did. Right. They opened it on Thursday, and then people saw it Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that did what it was supposed to do. But then, it had last week, and I guess this past week it did well, too. And then it actually, surged this Wednesday again.
Well, nope. I will say this much. I've always been, growing up even, I've always been more of a Marvel than a DC guy.
Me too.
Me too.
But I like James Gunn as a producer.
Mm-hmm.
And so I am interested in seeing this because he did this movie. So,
and he's telling it as the story that it was. It's honestly, people freak out about it and go like, "Oh, it's an immigrant story." It's like it's always been an immigrant story.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah. When they're trying to get into the woke culture and whatnot.
Yeah. Screw that, but yeah. So they're. I really like that he's actually he's accepting the responsibility for this kind of movie. It's not like Guardians of the Galaxy, where, like we said a couple weeks ago, where when they announced that, we were all like, "Who the fuck are the Guardians of the Galaxy?" He could have done anything he wanted with it. This is actually, it's got an established fan base, and while I think they made a few changes that people were or weren't happy with, he respected the source material.
I mean, he was going off of also two newer series that he based the story off of.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying to draw in newer people that have been reading the comics.
Yeah, comics.
But I mean, I would love to hear what your take is on it. Are you gonna just call it fantastic, or what do you think about it?
Oh, me or Koimia?
I mean, you're going to see it this weekend. I don't think Koimia is. So
I won't.
I'm going to see it, and I think it's going to be fantastic.
It'll probably have to be once it gets to home streaming.
Right.
There's the nearest theater for me is 45 minutes away.
Oh, that sucks.
And so I would have to
so you have to really think about it and
make an
plan
attempt
it out
to go see a movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah.
But yeah, I would love to hear what you think about it there, Cyclops, after you see it. And we can compare notes and bring it up on the show next week.
Definitely. Now, Koimia, this is one I really want your opinion on too. I want yours as well, neo-deth, but this is one I really want both of yours. Look at this. A YouTuber is being threatened with jail time for reviewing retro gaming handhelds. YouTuber Francesco, I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to apologize if I say the name wrong, but I believe it's Sassolini. says Italian law enforcement raided his home and took 30 consoles.
Whoa.
Yeah, so the retro gaming YouTuber in Italy claims that he might end up in court and could even face possible jail time for reviewing Android-powered handhelds gaming devices that sometimes come preloaded with old games. As reported by...
There's it. I was like just thinking of old consoles. I'm like, why the fuck would they bust into your house and take your system?
So they're going after him because he's basically reviewing emulators
that could have ROMs on them.
But is that his fault if he buys them like that?
Have them. Maybe they do.
But as reported by Android Authority, Italian YouTuber Francesco Sassolini, again I apologize if I say that wrong, aka Once Were Nerd, claims in a video uploaded July 14th that the Guardia di Finanza, an Italian militarized police forces on economic and financial crimes, focuses on financial crimes, raided his home and took around 30 consoles, including retro emulator handhelds. The raid happened on April 15th, and police allegedly even took the YouTuber's personal phone and didn't return it until June.
Jesus. Why are we just now hearing about this now?
I think it's because he just uploaded the video.
Right. But I would figure that you'd want to get the info next day, whatever the case may be, get the content out and say this is what they're doing.
I'd be right there, with like a new phone the next day.
Right.
But in the statement here, it says the complaint Cessolini received from Guardia di Finanza, how do we say that? Cites, the police, cites him violating Article 17 tier of Italian copyright law. The same complaint also lists Sony and Nintendo, but it's possible that Italy's Ministry of Economy and Finance was responsible for bringing forward the charges against the YouTuber. Sassolini believes this is because he has reviewed retro handhelds from companies like I don't know how to say that, N-Gage, which sometimes come preloaded with classic game ROMs. While emulation is legal, ROMs exist in a weird, murky gray area.
Right.
Yep. That's why.
Just me scrolling through Facebook, I will get those ads for their, retro systems or comes preloaded with, all these games,
whatever games, yeah.
Right. So, they are out there, but I never know how legit they are either.
Yeah, like there's one on the TikTok shop that I see that has it's this stick that has 1,000 retro games already preloaded on it, and I'm like, how can you advertise this if it's legal? If it's not legal, but
right,
maybe it is.
It's a very, very gray fucking area when it comes to ROMs and that. And Nintendo obviously has been on a tear lately, trying to get rid of all the ROMs and whatnot. And suing people and destroying their lives. So
interesting story here. I was kind of shocked by this. I understand a little bit of it, but at the same time, I'm like, it seems like they're going a little too hard on it. But that's not for me to decide.
I mean, each country has its own laws on that kind of stuff too.
Yep.
But we know that how it works. Here, they do not allow it at all. That's usually why I think a lot of the servers for those websites are usually based over in the UK or whatever, because they do have weirder laws on them on what you can have and whatnot. Or they'll have them in Switzerland or whatever, just so that it's neutral. And it's harder to get, access to.
Yep.
Same thing, torrents.
Yeah, I mean, that's what pirate was outside of the U.S. I mean,
right.
So, There was still.
Do you want to do your segment now? Your eyes on review?
Yes, let's do that. So just recently here, let me actually pull this up. I don't think we can run the actual trailer, but at least we can show it.
Run it. Go ahead. I've gotten copyrights on my things too before. Usually that just says, copyrighted, and it's you can use it, but just know that it can't be monetized or some shit like that. And last time I know you said something about the X-Files. You kind of hummed it.
Mm-hmm.
I actually put, if you watch the VOD from last week, I actually put the actual music in there while you were humming it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't see that part of it, but yeah, I watched it, but I didn't see that part of it. I didn't realize you put the whole thing on.
Oh
there.
yeah, I went all out on last week's podcast with the special guest Board Queen. If you haven't seen it, check it out on my YouTube. I did all sorts of things to that one I'd never done before.
Probably one of the best shows we've had in a long time.
Yes, I totally agree, and I think she needs to come back and do her own streaming too, or maybe even be our fourth.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've got this up here. If you
alrighty, go for it.
All right, so, and I'll keep it on mute here, but I don't know if you guys saw this this trailer. So it's one of the Red Brand trailers. Right here, we see Liu Kang.
Yes.
He was not in the original movie, but he was very much hinted at in the at the very end of the first one. Right. And he's it's kind of weird. They're kind of changing it. He isn't really a nobody in here. He's obviously look at this back here. You cannot tell me that is not a parody of Tom Cruise's original Mission Impossible poster. And this looks like an Arnold Schwarzenegger like Terminator thing.
Terminator, yeah.
And of course, they pop back up here. There it is. That's where the action starts, Basically telling him you're gonna come with us,
One way or the other, you're coming with us.
I mean, I still haven't seen the first one, so
no.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Sure
I believe it's on Max.
Okay.
If it is, I'm gonna get to it eventually. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. I don't know.
It was on Max. I know.
You got all these things you got to do tonight, right?
Yeah. Eventually.
So, okay. Remember when we were talking about the characters and what they look like? So you're now seeing exactly what they're supposed to look like. Remember we were kind of showing the.
Yeah, he was going off about Jax and how he was just wearing a coat, and see that's what he looks like when you got the full CGI version of him.
Yeah,
you can't have that on all the time, so you have to cover it up with a coat or whatever.
So that's what Jax looks like. Of course you've got Scorpion shows up here, and of course he does his famous "Get over here." Yeah, and of course we got the
Baraka.
That looks.
What, you don't think that looks good?
Uh-oh, here we go.
Here we go. All right, old man, take it.
Keep playing.
Does that look like hot garbage, as you would say? That's right here.
Jade.
That's Jade. Yes. That's I forget her name, but she was in the Uncharted movie, and she was also one of the girls in the Chilling Tales of Sabrina.
Yes. She's actually a good actor.
Mm-hmm. Yep. For the next level. See, it really seems like the whole story is going to focus on Liu Kang.
I mean, it's always been about Liu Kang.
Except the first movie. There he is.
The games even, they've always been about Liu Kang.
And there's his famous "Get over here."
Right.
See, I love how, I still have a love for the 90s Mortal Kombat just because we didn't know what a good video game movie should be. And I'll always love that, but it's like I love how in this one they're actually doing the fatalities. They're not shying away from the R rating.
I mean, like, I like that they're using him like he's, you know, not scared, but like he's not ready for all that. He, like, they even say, you don't have any abilities or anything. And he's like, I'm just a movie star, you know, and everybody's like shooting laser beams and shit.
So with that, what do we do out of how many eyes out of 100?
Out of, you know, 5, 10, whatever you want.
Okay.
But, you know, number one eye is like
the best.
Yeah, it's the best. So we're doing the reverse of what a normal review would be.
So with the blood and the gore, and knowing that they're going to keep it in the same realm as the first Mortal Kombat movie, not the 90s, but the first one that came out just a few years ago.
Remake.
Yeah. Knowing that I haven't played every single Mortal Kombat game, so I'm not like deep into the lore, but from what it looks like and from everything that I saw in that trailer, I am going to give that 1.5 eyes out of 5.
Okay. 1.5 out of 5. All right.
So
that means it's good. Let's just reiterate that. The less eyes, the better, because obviously this is coming from our Cyclops, right?
That means I've got my eye on it. I will be watching. So.
Thank you. Yeah, there we go.
All right. And then sounded like you had something to say about it, Koimia.
I was just laughing at it looks good. I will give it that. It looks good. Again, I haven't seen the first one. So I will watch them. I was just kind of laughing at the, you know, all these amazing effects and CGI and all that, and then Baraka's mouth looks like a fucking Spirit Halloween mask. You know, like, why can't you? I mean, I get it. He's in, you know, got the deformed mouth and everything, but I don't know. Could have been a little bit better.
So we still have time to work on it more. So that could just be, you know, one shot. They could do better. But, you know, like this whole Sonic thing, you know, where they reversed it and made him better, because it doesn't come out until October, right?
Yeah. So if you want to, if you want to put that back up on the screen,
got it.
Yeah. So here's what he's talking about here,
right there.
Yeah, that his mouth moving doesn't
look too bad. To me, it doesn't, at least.
So. I mean, yeah, it really doesn't. But at the same time, I mean, was Baraka in the first movie?
It's been so long since I watched that first one. I don't remember. I think he might have been there's some, you know, kind of bigger villain at the end that they fought. It might have been Baraka.
Yeah. So, but you got to remember, they also, if even the cartoon mouth fits like where he's from, then it's going to be okay. I mean, you can kind of get away with not making it perfect. But, and again, this is a movie that's, you know, it's not going for perfection. It's going for fan service and fun.
So, Gypsy comes back in here. I like the old films. I watched it a lot. They recorded off TV on VHS. That's dating us, right? And then I prefer films that don't use CGI, honestly. I mean, now times, like, you can't hardly find a lot that don't, you know what I mean? Especially for these, like, big budget, you know, Marvel comics, video game movies. They're all going to use it.
It seems like even if they just hand them something like this, that's CGI, you know, and it's like, I was actually watching a YouTube video yesterday on Jurassic World, and they were talking about how no Jurassic movie has compared to the original. And it's really, what I can think of is it's because the first one used more practical effects than CGI. It used CGI when it was necessary. But a lot of those were like, you know, the CGI dinosaurs, or a lot of those were practical effects. And I'm just like, maybe that's why that movie works so well, because it knew how to marry the practical effects, the CGI, the horror story with the relatable story, you know. And these other ones have just focused so heavily on CGI, and it's just like, I get where you're
gone are the
going.
days of like the practical effects. I feel. I mean, you'll have a couple of them that'll still do it, like but for the most part, yeah, we'll just CGI it.
Well, James Gunn and James Cameron, they both have said if they can use practical effects, they will. And I know that's partially why Quentin Tarantino's movies do so well, because if he can do it, if he's setting a movie in the 70s, he's not going to use any effects that weren't available in the 70s, you know?
So he comes back. Suicide Squad film got criticism, but they tried to not use CGI, and I respect that.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, there's just a couple other things that I wanted to go over here.
Okay. I got that, and then I got my segment, and then we're about.
You want to go?
No, mine will be at the very end because it ties into what I'm talking about.
Okay. This was a cool story that I found here. Finally, an esport that I care about, which is from The Gamer, as Japan is hosting Tekken tournaments for seniors in their care homes.
Okay.
This is cool. Yeah, I'm not much of an esports person. This is from the article. In fact, I don't think I've ever watched a second of a competitive esports tournament in my life. I've much more. I did a few, but I think I've maybe watched about 10 minutes of one, and prefer to play the game solo. This might be about to change, though. In Japan, the Care Esports Edition has introduced competitive gaming, specifically Tekken 8, for seniors aged 60 to 90 who reside in care homes range. With full-blown tournaments, casts, and fans.
Man, could you think if you went up against a 90-year-old and got your ass fucking beat? Like, how much shame would you get for that?
Dude, that 90-year-old woman kicked your ass.
Right. Like they show right there, a 93-year-old.
Steve
But
Fox.
I mean, again, it's kind of like the Wii Sports being when they use that for in old people's home, right? To get them moving, whatnot. Obviously this isn't like motion control, but still like keeping up your hand-eye coordination. I've seen articles before where they say, gamers like us that have been doing that, it holds off dementia and, keeps your brain going and thinking. So, it could be the same type of thing. They're using that for, to help them.
Mm-hmm. And neo-deth, I just want to let you know, I think you're hitting your microphone.
Oops. Sorry.
Because I'm hearing like a on it just a little bit when you were talking.
It could be also the fan. It got way too fucking hot in here. I had to
okay.
So yeah. It could be just like it blowing up as I move my hand.
Okay.
I get very animated when I talk.
So do I a lot of times. But yeah, the Care Esports Association aims to create a tournament that elderly residents of the Amigo Club nursing care facility can freely participate in. These tournaments are streamed yearly on YouTube and spare no expense because, that sounds like something we've heard before. And this year's competition featured 4 hotly contested first round matchups with Norio. I'm going to butcher these. I'm sorry. Nakakata. I don't know how to say that. Taking on Yoshi Marbor. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
I said I have no idea how you pronounce those names.
Mirabe. Sane Hattori battling Yoshiko Mori, Saduki Kato against Mashi Makai, and Shigeo whatever versus Kiniko Watanabe. The winner of each round progressed through the bracket until the championship was eventually crowned. I would totally. Let me see.
Scroll up a little. I'm guessing it's that 93 one that they kept showing, but maybe eventually one by there it is, right up one more above that picture. No, you're going too far. that it's just a little one sentence thing between the ad and that picture. The tournament was eventually won by Yoshi.
Here, you're looking right here.
Yep.
Yoshi Mirabe playing as Kuma, and she was presented with the trophy for her efforts. So this is her.
Nice.
Again, she kicked your ass.
Right? Huh. Grandma, I got my ass kicked by Grandma.
Mm-hmm. Imagine playing Tekken 8 against Grandma and she kicks your ass. You'd never hear the end of it.
In here, Grandma B Gaming. She's been in here.
Granny B Gaming.
Yep. So I mean, what do you think we're all going to be? As we're getting older here, we're going to be these old people playing this in the old people's home or whatnot. We're going to be old and gray and streaming and trying to get the likes and follows.
Mm-hmm. Be sure to like, follow, and I'm dying.
I mean, you might get a bunch of likes for it, but
you won't be around to like it though.
Right. You won't get that sweet cheddar after it.
Like number one video on YouTube, it is Cyclops having a heart attack. I'm 97. But yeah, one other story here was this was one that I was talking to neo-deth about beforehand. I don't know, Koimia, if you ever watched this when you were growing up, but Captain Planet and the Planeteers is getting a live action series at Netflix.
All right, in its prime.
Exactly. Right. When it can actually do something. It's like, I think it'll do well for like a season.
Man, I've been sitting here going, man, you know what I really miss is Captain fucking Planet. You know?
But look at this. You've got Leonardo DiCaprio as an executive producer for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it says here, Netflix with Greg Berlanti and Leonardo DiCaprio as an executive producer. Netflix declined to comment on the adaptation, though Variety has confirmed the news with source. Tara Hernandez, best known for creating Mrs. Davis on Peacock and writing on the Big Bang Theory, and Young Sheldon is writing the Captain Planet series. Executive producers include Berlanti, Sarah Schotcher, I'm not sure who that is, and Lee London Redmond via Berlanti Productions, and DiCaprio and Jennifer Davison via Appian Way. Warner Brothers Television, where Berlanti Productions is under an overall deal is the studio.
Isn't Netflix also doing a live action Voltron?
I don't know.
Or is that a movie?
We got a follow on Beam, and Cyclops, I'm going to let you handle this one. The follower's name is Show Me Dim Titties, which I freaking love. That is hilarious. Thank you for the follow. Actually. No, you know what? He actually, I'm assuming it's a he. I could be wrong.
Don't assume.
He actually followed my personal Beam as well. A while ago. Show Me Dim Titties.
I want to say I've seen that one.
I've seen that
on mine also.
Yeah, I've seen it floating around. And the funny thing is like I've seen some people complain about it on the Discord, and I'm just like, really? It's a name, and apparently they aren't complaining enough or whatever, because Show Me Dim Titties is here in our chat.
Hi, Show Me Dim Titties.
So.
Yeah, I've gotten a couple followers. Like you said, I got the same one you did, the J. Phillip, and then John Green, I think, also is watching on there.
Yeah, I got that one as well.
Yep.
Yeah, we also got Sci-Fi Man Game Channel popped in, said hello, and then popped out. Okay. So, but yeah. See, this is why we need to contact StreamYard and get the talking to Beam for the API.
Yep.
To get that chat going. So
who wants to tackle that one?
Like I said, I'll leave it.
We're going to be talking to Angel directly in a couple of weeks. So
right, that's why we want to get it set up beforehand, I would think.
Yeah. Well, Angel did tell us the one time that, he's like, have StreamYard contact them. And then he did give me, I would probably butcher the hell out of the guy's name, but Theodore, to get the Beacon Max stuff set up, I got to email him. So.
Yeah, I think one of these, well, I mean, this month's going fast, so we need to do a trial run of running all that on one of our shows to make sure everything goes well and we're not just fly by the seat of the pants like we normally are. But I'd like to know the program and know what I'm doing and figure out how we're actually getting it out there.
Definitely. I still say the show is in its infancy. We're still going to be struggling a little bit, but let's tighten it up.
Yeah, I mean, especially because I don't think we can go through StreamYard like we normally do. We're going to have to go through their, programs to get it out. So it'll be a learning curve for sure.
It's always fun to learn sometimes.
I mean, it is, but yeah, my brain's like, okay, learn it beforehand. I don't want to have to try and learn while I'm, doing an interview or whatever the case may be.
You don't want to do on-the-job training.
Yeah, I don't want to do it on the job training while we're trying to interview someone. So, was that all of your articles?
Yeah, that was all the articles. Just the last little part here was for the people who don't know, Captain Planet was a show that in the 80s that was actually widely acclaimed for its treatment of difficult issues such as pollution, poaching, deforestation, as well as social issues, which included drug addiction, HIV/AIDS, and bullying in a way that educated, entertained, but also activated its young audience. So I guess there's no time limit on when, or time frame on when this is going to come out. But if they tackle these issues, it's going to be called woke, which is going to be funny because it's always been that way.
Right.
But yeah, that was the last article that I had on here. You had your segment here.
Yes. So my neo-deth streaming segment, I don't have anything I'm bringing up. I guess I could bring up my... I don't have anything I'm bringing up on screen, but I'm just going to talk about, when we are streaming and you're about to end your stream to, raid out, help the other streamers have more people, get higher in the algorithm, be seen on the front page, whatever the case may be. And I know Looker and I have had this conversation before, where he's in the mind of saying to try and go with, if someone has 5 views and then you bring in your 5 people, now they've got 10, they're higher up, they might be seen by it. But I'm on the side of, I like to raid into people that only have like 1 viewer, or like they just started their stream, just to help them feel better. I've done it a few times where I've raided into someone that's never been raided before, or just started up, or whatnot, and then I come in and they're like, "Oh, great! I have somebody. Thank you so much. It means a lot. It shows them, we're helping out the community." I usually always leave them a follow, try and tell my people that come in to follow and support them also. I mean, I don't know, what are you guys' thoughts? Do you think it should be you try and help someone that's almost there to a certain number? Do you try and help the little guy? Do you do both? What are your thoughts? Do you not raid out? I know some people don't like to raid out.
I don't raid out.
Huh?
I don't raid out.
You don't raid out?
No.
Is that a personal decision, or you just don't like doing it?
It's just me being lazy.
Just you be okay.
It's 100%. It's just me. My stream's done. I'm getting off.
I'm done. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no, it's just me being lazy. I don't raid out. I've thought about doing it, but at the same time, I would probably target people that I personally follow.
I've done that too.
And not, well, I know because you've rated me, but like I would target my friends only. And
Okay.
you know, on the
You
one
don't
hand,
wanna-
don't get me wrong, I love helping my friends, you know, and all of that, but yeah, I'm just lazy.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't.
quick and
I don't.
sweet.
I don't raid out every single time, but when I do, I usually try to find either somebody that I haven't rated for a while or somebody that I have watched and maybe isn't getting a whole lot of viewers. I'll try to raid out to them and help them as much as I can. If I don't see anybody on there that I have been a big fan of, and I know, like, you know, like Matt Malone, who rated us with like hundreds of people that one day. You know, if I see him, even if I've only got like 5, I'll raid out to them, because then not only does it make them feel good, and not only does it then kind of put my name out there, but then I might be able to get some of their people, because I know that if I raid out to somebody like him and he's got a lot of people, he'll usually shout me out in some way, and then that not only helps him because I rated him, but that also helps me because now I get more followers.
The other thing is, and I'll admit too that with me now doing multiple streams through Beam, it's like, do I want to really put in the effort to going, okay, now I'm going to go to Twitch and I'm going to raid out on this channel. Now I'm going to go to Kick. I'm going to raid out on this channel. You know, it's like, if I was
raid out on Beam?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
I don't believe
Not
it's
yet.
not yet. But like, you know, if I was, and I don't think they even have raids in Kick. I thought they took that out or something. I don't know. But anyway, if I was strictly just a one channel thing, then yeah, I would probably do it.
Okay.
Because
you're doing the multiple too.
Right.
I mean, and even if, you know, well, I guess it depends on where your viewers are too, when you're doing the multiple like that, right? Because you could have all your viewers on Beam, and then obviously you can't take those people and raid out on Twitch.
Right.
So, but yeah, and you know, I have done it where I have raided out to somebody, you know, kind of bigger. You know, they have 100+ people, and you know, they give me a shout out. I had one of them where she literally like read my about section, and it made me go, I need to change that, because that does not sound the greatest when it comes out of someone else's mouth. So, you know, I updated that. You know, you get little tidbits. But, you know, the other thing I do also when I raid out, I'm still technically recording my, you know, video that I'm going to edit and put up on YouTube. So I will take them saying, you know, how's it going, Neo? Hope you had a great stream. What'd you play? I will take that and cut it into my end of my video and give them credit. You know, this is who I rated, just to get, you know, maybe more people will go visit them, whatever the case may be. I don't know. We did get a comment on it too, because I did raid this person. This is how I found them, Mr. Puster. Posture. Bless rating low viewer streamers. Yeah, I believe they were. It was like one of their first streams or so. They were still learning, and they had to learn how to unban me because I was an idiot and tried to post a link into their chat.
Yeah,
so,
that can be a problem sometimes.
But they learned. I taught them something. Taught myself something too. Don't do stupid shit. I you know, I knew it, but you know. But I still think I'm on both sides of the coin there. I'm rating out to lower and rating out to, you know, somebody that's almost at a cusp of, you know, they're at 5, maybe at 10. They'll be higher up in the algorithm.
I mean, just overall, I think it's better to raid out to the lower streamers, especially if you've got a lot, because that's what I did when Matt Malone rated me personally. He came on, and then once I saw that there was somebody on there that didn't have almost any viewers, I instantly raided out to them once I was done with my stream. And I was like, you know what? That's a great way to pay it forward. So I say, especially even if I only have 1 or 2 viewers, I'm going to give it to somebody that I think either deserves it, or if I don't know, if it looks like somebody that's already got a lot, you know what? That's also going to make them feel good that I thought about them enough to even raid, and it's also going to put me at least at the forefront for a few seconds for other people to maybe jump on and say, hey, let's follow him.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's a great thing for the community, I feel. Like, I didn't know to do that, when I was first starting, even though I didn't have a lot of people. And yeah, I've done it where I've raided out with just myself. Like, I'll go to do the raid, and everybody, I try and say, stick around to the end. I'm going to raid somebody. Don't leave yet, so that, you don't just immediately close it when I started going into my in comments or whatever. But it's a thing, and it helps the community. And I usually, like I said, I'll give them a follow as soon as I hit their channel. Try and tell my people that are coming with me to use a follow, give them a follow. And then
follow never hurts anybody.
Yeah, and then you, like you said, you pay it forward, or you give them a shout out. Whatever the case may be.
Yeah, interesting side note, when I raided the girl that didn't have a whole lot of followers after Matt had raided me, she was literally giving her closing when I raided her with like 300 people that were in there. And I was like, so what is this about your logging off? And she was sitting there going like, like that. And I was like, so are you getting off? And she was like, no. Nope. And that could be a weird question if you ask it the wrong way. I was like, okay, so now you're my friend. You can take those kinds of jokes. And then she just instantly went like, well, I was getting off. I guess I'm on for at least the next 45 minutes. So.
Right. Like, you get those people and it gives you a burst of energy. You're like, oh, well, I was just sitting here talking to myself, but okay, let's go. Let's see where this conversation takes us and whatnot. So all right. That is my streaming segment for the week.
We'll have to get introductions for our segments. Koimia's comments.
Yeah, I need to make an animatic or something. I can do it in post. I can do it when I'm editing because I did it last week's. But yeah, I don't have anything. Oh yeah, I did have this one. Didn't I put it on there? Where did I put it?
So
this.
That's the one that's the one that I updated. Yeah, I put that on there, and I was like, "Oh, we got to change that. Maybe NBC might get mad."
I used it in my other one, but I just cut it at the end before it went that and put in my own kind of thing. But
so, all right. I'm sorry. What else?
Just where are we streaming to? Are you streaming tonight? Anybody?
I am going to be catching up.
You thought about it.
Still thinking about it.
Yeah.
Depends on if I don't get killed here in the next 5 minutes or not.
Oh.
The wrap it the fuck up look.
Yeah.
Your wife needs to step in as like our executive producer.
About 3 hours here, so.
Yeah, we've been having some long ones here. The last 2 have been 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to get you in trouble with the wife.
So it's not so much the wife.
Oh, it's the kids. Oh,
kids.
Smaller whips.
So
yeah, my wife's coming in here too. So we'll have to get this wrapped up here. Yeah, you're the only one. Your wife's at work right now, isn't she?
Yeah, she's at work right now. But she is watching. Hello, hi, wifey.
Hi, wifey.
she's lurking around.
Was she watching?
Yep, this is my wifey who just decided to walk in.
I was getting something.
So here we go, special guest wifey.
There you go.
Really?
So, all right, yeah, we better wrap this up though.
You can catch us on all of our socials. They are right underneath us, and we hope to see you in the next one. We do this every Saturday.
And those guys are playing a fun-looking game with that Shadow Labyrinth. I am still playing Indiana Jones, and I am going to get to the end of that because that is a fun-ass game.
That is a fun game, too. Yeah, I had a lot of fun in that one. And I completely platted that one and deleted it off my system. I'm done with it. So
nice.
So, but yep, and I will be streaming Indiana Jones until I am done with it. And then you've probably seen me kind of messing with the thing here. Now you can't see me, but then I'll be jumping into Life is Strange.
Thanks for having us.
So
with that, everybody have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we will see you next week.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Laters!
Good night, everybody.